Trunks, and you're listening to Chibi No Podcast.
Protect them all! Oh my god!
Wait, explosion, murder, gun! Dynamite!
Strong, but
I'm stronger!
And welcome back to another episode of Chibi No Podcast. You got me, Dave the Smash Fan.
Mister.
How's your tech guy?
And Japan here, pulling the same thing as this mission. The hand thingy. You were doing something like this.
No, we're not going to do his hand
No, he
thingy,
did
'cause
something
otherwise
like
we're going to have to censor it like Nintendo.
And we're going to talk about that. And we got the most important person ever.
Me?
Definitely not me, but hey, Boricua Senpai.
That's the most important person.
That most
Absolutely.
important here, the one who knows how to give real talk.
He's a ghost Nappa in the group.
He's the one that will give the hard truth.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
We all know this is true. Again, we're changing things. I wanted to address something that was actually pretty funny. That has to deal with Boricua Senpai. So one of the viewers was like chewing out Boricua Senpai, saying, "How dare you let your friends have this white, very bland background?" And he's like, first of all, I was like, I had no idea about that. I didn't know they were changing stuff. And secondly, he didn't say anything about it. He's like, I'm pretty sure he's going to add things. And so we were going to add things. But I guess every poster that I sent out Mr. Mercer to go and look for, all of the sizes were not available. I have to special order them or get them from online. Not necessarily special order them, but
Is this for the poster that's extremely long?
No.
it's the other posters.
this is just for the Halo one that I have. That one, for whatever reason, they don't have it anywhere.
I have many that are in
The Avengers
frames right now if you want.
The Avengers Endgame one that we got so many years ago when Avengers Endgame came out, can't find one like in the stores. At least that's what Mr. Mercer told me.
Yeah, I went to Target, Walmart, and then I went to a personal frame store, and they didn't have those sizes.
You want to frame it? Okay.
And if they had the personal ones, those were like super expensive.
So we'll eventually get this to look a little more pretty.
That's the
just
plan.
spice it up a little bit is what I was told. Like,
I got
you
a
don't have to
shit
be
ton.
hyper professional. Just throw something in there.
Hit the wall. You're scraping up the wall behind you.
Just put a sticker.
So you remember my favorite painter that I like, or the guy that does the stuff at the bonsai and stuff? Mm-hmm. I have all of those still if you need any.
Oh, nice.
I have all framed. But Days, we should probably let everybody know we got some really good news about Shark King today.
Yeah, Shark King has his little Nemo.
Little Nemo.
I like that.
Okay.
What? Shark
I
King?
say okay.
So we'll get a clap for him or something here. Just
No, we're giving him the traditional.
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
Boricua Senpai can you hear it?
I only heard like a very light trace of like cerveza.
But he knows what's up.
Yeah, he knows what it is.
No, we should get Dos Equis.
Yeah, we got Dos Equis in his honor.
We have the cerveza crista because you gave us that
I
stuff.
know.
Last
And
time
it
we had
has
those
sentimental
horrible
feelings.
warm, what was it? Coronas with no alcohol, and I'm like, what the crap was that?
Yeah, that's
Still have it in
horrible.
the
I don't know how people.
Disgusting.
I don't know how people drink that stuff.
Ugh.
You still have it?
And it was warm.
No, it's
too.
gone.
Wait.
Oh, okay.
Who drank that?
No, we threw them away.
Somebody tried it. Sip though. Was it
Yeah,
Diego
we
that
did.
drank that, or was it you?
No,
I tried it
I
too.
already
It
did.
was like.
I told him not to do it.
I mean, I've never
because I
drank
tried
piss before, but I'm pretty sure that's what it tastes like.
it. Okay.
Wait.
Okay.
Hey, you can base it off the smell. Smells are very accurate. Accurate.
Smells
Well,
like-
if it smells like his piss, you might need to think about what his
Smells just like horribleness. Ugh.
God, yeah, it was pretty bad. It was like warm sitting out. I don't know why you guys even tried. Ugh.
I just wanted to see what was all the fuss. And I think I asked one of them, was like, does lime make it any better? Like, no, it doesn't. It's like, well, I don't know what the fudge people or Hispanics are talking about when they're like, oh, Coronas are so good. I'm like, dude.
I like Corona.
Again, I don't understand that.
You don't drink, so your opinion's invalid.
Yeah, and it's also, the term they always say, beer is an acquired taste.
It is, yeah.
I thought it
Yeah,
was
you got to
wine.
keep drinking.
I'm glad
Wine is, too.
I don't acquire that
Alcohol.
taste.
Like if I didn't drink pop and I'm just like Coke sucks. Like you've never tried
You
it.
just have to keep drinking, then you'll eventually like it more.
So
Yeah, but also it's
alcoholic.
sugar. Like most
just
beers
saying
aren't like
I'm
sweet,
just
right?
saying that's
No, there's
what it
plenty of
is.
beers that are sweet.
There's plenty.
Like
of
which
sweet
ones?
Tons, thousands.
Why do you need
dude.
to have like? They're just
Like which ones? Why are you getting so mad?
Because he always wants like.
Why? I just want to know. Like, I've never heard of anyone. I've never heard of anyone to tell me that there's a sugary beer.
He's the one who drinks.
I haven't heard of anyone.
Okay,
that's why I don't know.
Guys.
Yeah.
IPAs are bitter.
Guys,
beers.
too much.
It's called Lindemann's Framboise.
Yeah,
That one's actually
there you go.
really sweet.
Happy?
Or
It's
any
juice.
or a host, right? Any wine cooler, like Mike's Hard Lemonades, or
that considered beer?
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that.
seltzers.
What about the apple beers? Whatever they're called.
Oh, the apple cider beers. What do you call those again, host?
Yeah. The hard reds? Or
Yeah,
whatever they're called?
but they make they make sours, like the IPA, like the sour IPAs are very, very much like that. You get sweetened ones too. There's some that will be like malts where they might have like more of a sugary, like cinnamon kind of taste or vanilla.
I have malt.
There's all sorts of type of beers, bro. There's tons that are sugary and sweet.
Are they more
Those
expensive? Those ones?
No. Actually, to be honest with you, the majority of the ones I drink are sweet beers.
If you want like people like who are like hipsters, they'll be like, oh, I drink IPAs because I like the taste of shit. And that's
But not all IPAs are
Kaparin,
like.
is that true?
sweet.
But a portion of.
I didn't say you drink. He said hipsters and like.
Emporion, is that true?
I don't drink.
A majority of IPAs are like that.
So
Yeah, like also my favorite type of beer is a hef, but I like the blueberry hefs. Or the
hefs are
apricots.
good. Yeah, they're
hefs are
very
good.
sweet.
Yeah, I
Those
like
ones you can't even taste the alcohol in them. You
Sure.
easily get
They're
drunk pretty quick.
dangerous, yeah. Or
Agreed.
the what's a hard mic lemon? Or not those. I already said the Arnold Palmers. Those are fucking dangerous.
this is what you get too.
You can't
Talk
taste
about
any
beers.
alcohol. You
Yeah,
cannot taste any alcohol.
It basically tastes like a lemonade, but with alcohol.
If you didn't tell anybody there's alcohol in it, you cannot taste it. It's
Yeah.
they're
Limonada?
scary.
yeah.
Sure.
Anyway, they're sweet beers.
Beer.
They're sour beers, sweet beers, fruity beers, the whole 9 yards.
Well, anyway, let's begin. After talking about beer, we unfortunately have to start off with some rather unfortunate, sad news. So, Katherine O'Hara, who you might know her as Macaulay Culkin's mom in Home Alone, she's the mom in Beetlejuice. She was back in Beetlejuice 2. She's been in a lot of projects. She passed away at the age of 71.
71.
I believe it was 71. Yep.
Damn.
What happened to her?
We don't know. I think she got sick. And
Natural causes, or do we know?
From what I heard, she got sick, but that's about it. Like she was supposed to appear at some interview next week,
Oh, okay. So this
so
is
it was
this was
unexpected.
abrupt.
Yeah. So there is
that
no
sucks.
additional information on that.
She's amazing too. Amazing actress.
Yeah, I mean, it must have been some sickness that got her, which, yeah, it's super sad. And Macaulay Culkin, like, even talked about it. Obviously, like, he was his mom in the movies.
Well, also then we got she's very popular in Beetlejuice. That's one of my favorites that she's ever been in. And then I think the most recent thing I saw her in for me was Schitt's Creek. She was the mom in Schitt's Creek.
She was also, I believe, she was in The Last of Us. So she was the psychologist. Do you remember?
Oh yeah, she
Was it in season 2? I don't remember in 1.
In season 2, when
I didn't watch
she's
2.
in season 2, there's a part with Pedro Pascal with Joel, and he's talking to somebody, and it's the
If it's in the game, she's-
psychiatrist.
He's her psychiatrist.
And in the camera, I haven't played like.
I don't remember a psychiatrist for Joel in the game, so I don't know.
It's not in the game. I think they made
I
it just
thought it was.
for the show because Joel killed her husband, but her husband had turned, so they had to kill him.
I think that's in the game where like
I think that's in the game, but the psychiatrist thing isn't
adding
in
her
there.
backstory was not. So
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
like I want to be with my wife and tell her one more time. And he's like, just remember her, and then he shoots him in the back of the head.
Gotcha.
If that's in the game, because I remember they were saying something like that. Some friends were saying that was in the
Spoilers.
game.
Kidding. I'm not gonna watch it.
So
That's funny.
Or play it. So don't even give me that crap. Holes. But yeah, she'll be missed. She was. I mean, like Japan said, like she had already some things lined up for interviews, and I think it was just something that just happened very suddenly.
abrupt. That's
She's a great actress. That's too bad. Yeah.
Yeah, she will be missed.
I guess she will appear in 2 other films.
My favorite scene that she ever acted in my life was the Banana Boat song in Beetlejuice. She did that phenomenally. Remember when they all
That's what it's called, the Banana Boat song.
Oh,
I
yeah,
didn't-
the commercial for the sunblock. Get fun boat, banana boats. That was a good one.
Huh. I did not know that was what it was called. Interesting. But yeah. Great legend. A lot of people spoke up about her and her passing. So
That's awesome.
yeah, I'm glad that she has some projects that she finished that we'll be able to see. See how they go.
Yeah.
Well, time to freaking trash on Nintendo again. But this is the funniest thing.
All right, what you got?
Let host
Well,
take
it's
over
funny.
this
It's
one.
funny about like what they said, and I wonder how they're going to respond. So basically, if you haven't, and I know Miles played this game, Dispatch. So Dispatch was a very popular game on Steam, and was it on other consoles as
It
well?
was on everything, yeah.
Okay, so it just wasn't on Switch or Switch 2. So finally it came out on Switch 2.
Or not Xbox. I think it was PS5 and PC. But anyway.
Yeah. So it finally came out on Nintendo,
Switch, yeah.
and apparently they had censored the game. So and correct me if I'm wrong, Miles, so you're going to have to correct me on this.
I know about it, yeah.
Well, correct me this. There is a censorship
Yes.
mode that you can have where it censors the nudity, censors the profanity, all that stuff.
Which this is auto-applied.
Which you can toggle off on PC, on PS5.
Yes, you can.
On the Switch version,
It's
you cannot.
locked.
It's locked. You
So
cannot
it's the same
toggle
version of the censorship on other platforms, but it's locked.
off. Yeah, but so you can't toggle it off.
Which is horseshit. And I believe people are upset too because I don't think it tells you when you buy the game.
I don't think so either.
So that's kind of a problem. And the thing about Dispatch, when you play it, if you really want to play it without the profanity, nudity, whatever, but I will say the nudity is not bad 'cause there's not really many scenes, honestly. There's like 3. But anyway, the profanity, though, there's certain characters where if you censor that, sure, you can get the narrative out of it, but you're not getting full proper versions of the character's personality. There's one specifically, I can't remember his name. It's the speedster. He's anyway, he ages because he ran too much, so it cuts off his lifespan. But
The Flash?
no, but it's the main character. It's Aaron Paul's best friend from his childhood. But anyway, his character swears like every two words. So censoring that's gonna be a little weird. But yeah, no, it's just typical Nintendo bullshit. That game's a 10 out of 10, but I don't think they should hard lock censor it when they have like all these hentai games on the damn store that they won't clean up.
I did hear that there's actually a lot of changes on that because they have a new Nintendo president, and
are they going to clean up the junk on the store?
Well, from what I hear, they're actually doing a lot of censorship, and they're also removing a lot of like
that junk
like that. Yeah, apparently. I don't know if it's 100% sure.
Well, if it's rated M and you know what you're buying.
Well, the other thing that I hear about this game, I could be completely wrong about this, but from what I heard, people are saying it might not be Nintendo itself. It was a developer's decision that they had to make on this.
I highly doubt that bullshit. No.
So here's what Nintendo had to say. So this is what is per IGN. So FYI. It says, so the spokesperson said the following: Nintendo requires all games on its platforms to receive ratings from independent organizations and to meet our established content and platform guidelines.
Okay.
While we inform partners when their titles don't meet our guidelines, Nintendo does not make changes to partner content. We also do not discuss specific content or the criteria used in making those determinations. So it says, in other words, yes, Nintendo does require content on Switch to meet certain requirements and will flag when it decides that something has fallen foul of these. However, Nintendo does not change the game itself, meaning that the manner of how an issue might be remedied is up to the developer.
Okay.
So
Which doesn't make any sense to me.
Doesn't.
Like why would is it Ad Hoc Studio?
I believe so, yeah.
Why would they be like,
They wouldn't.
let's give you this, you can't toggle off? Like,
No. Nintendo has like all those privacy settings, and any kid getting it, they have hardcore
Think
privacy
about the
settings.
children.
Well, they have
Fuck the kids.
they have hardcore
Fuck
privacy.
the kids.
They have hardcore privacy settings in the game. And the thing is, or not the game, but the console itself.
console.
If you have a
Parent
kid,
lock.
you can parent lock it. It's like one of the most locked down consoles you can have. So my point is, if this game's 17 plus, the kid's not buying the damn game.
remember Bowser Jr.?
So what's the problem?
It's just stupid. That's
I don't know.
It's really just dumb with it.
Get
how
a
it
Steam
comes
Deck.
across.
There's
like
your answer.
my thing is, it's like, why would you buy this game on the Switch too?
I mean,
No, honestly, that's how it plays. It would work.
because there's some
No,
kids
but
that
like-
don't have money to buy a Steam.
Fuck the kids. They're not going to play that game on the Switch too.
Not a
It's
kid
like-
game.
I mean,
it's not
that's
a
the
ki-
reason why
it's
it
not a
got
kid's
filtered
game.
because
it's
of
not a
with the
kid's
tar-
game.
I get it. I get it's
Okay,
not for the
and if
kids.
they bought it, that's the parents' fault. So that fuck the parents, fuck the kids.
Wow.
If you're
Hide your kids. Hide your wife.
if this is a game
Dang, tell us
aimed
how you really
towards
feel.
Adults or older, like 17. Well, because rated M, right? So 17 and older.
Dude,
Yeah.
Tell
So-
me
so
you
if
haven't played Conquer back for a day when you were younger, though.
That was back then. That's very different night and day than what it is now.
That was rated 18 plus. Actually, that was an AO
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, but this was back then, and I didn't play the original 64 game. I played the Xbox version, so I didn't even see the true.
But the
Okay,
kids
here's a
back
I have a
then,
But
question.
what I'm saying is, it's like, sorry, hold on, let me just finish. It's just
You'll never
this
finish.
is not. This is a game like what were they gonna? Did they make more profit releasing this on the Switch too than to have just left it on the PlayStation and Steam?
No.
Then they should have just been like, okay, let's drop it.
I have a question. I have a question.
Yeah,
The
go.
Stick of Truth and what's the other one?
The Fractured Butthole.
Fractured Butthole. Those games would be way worse than technically Dispatch.
Yeah, because
And they were on. I don't think there was. I don't think there were any.
Were they on the Switch?
I don't think
I don't remember those being
All
censored.
right, let me see.
Can we find
I
out?
don't think
I
so
don't think
because that
so.
was like PS3. Remember? Because you were
Yeah,
gonna.
yeah.
So I don't think it was on the Switch.
He's gonna bring up that horrible story.
Yeah, no, but like that was worse because like there's a scene in the first one or the second one where
Oh, the
like
fractured butthole was on
you
it.
shrink and you're like you're going across your parents' body while they're having sex and your dad's nutsack's get in the way, so you have to like cross. Yeah, that's a part of the level. You have to run past your dad's nutsacks in the game.
Dang, man.
Yeah, no, that's
South Park.
true.
The
That's
Stick of
true.
Truth was on Nintendo Switch.
Okay, so
there you
then-
go. And was it censored? Ask if it was
That's a
censored.
good question.
Because the point I'm trying to make here is why does Dispatch get the cut? Because otherwise, if this new policy came in,
I
wouldn't
think
they
the
come and
other
try
game
and
got
censor it? You
censored.
know?
Well,
too.
if anything, I could see it because it's too cartoony, like they're just sticks.
South Park?
I'm just saying, but I'm just saying my argument. I'm not saying it's a good argument. I'm just saying my argument would be it's because of that.
See,
I'm not saying it's a good argument.
The way
It's not
that I
a
see
good
it,
argument.
the way
I
I
know,
see it,
that's what I'm saying.
According to this, it was censored in Europe.
Okay,
So
so
it
it's not
was censored.
censored.
So the only thing that
In
was
Europe
censored in
only.
Europe was the anal probe scene,
I
alien
remember that
anal
was
probe,
hilarious. I remember the anal probe scene. That was
and that
hilarious.
was censored in Australia and in Europe.
The typical,
Yeah,
but not here.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it had to
so-
do with kids.
I mean,
I want to hear Host's opinion real quick on this. I really do.
did they come out in
On the
America?
censorship of it.
as well?
Of what we're talking about and like kind of the hypocrisy. I'm just curious on your opinion.
Well, I mean, the game has a rating for a reason.
Yeah.
The rating of the game is to advise or advertise that, hey, this is what this game contains. So if it's done by actual Nintendo itself, I think that's absolutely absurd, and they should have a lawsuit by the developers. If it was the developers that did it for that specific platform, then they should undo that. But all consumers should have something blatantly telling them if that's a thing that it's going to be censored, even though it's rated M. Like, why even bother buying it if it's going to have all the censorship in it? If they have a feature to toggle it to be more, because I know Gears of War had that where you would be like less gory and not swear, or no gore and not swear. Which whatever, it's fine if people want to do that, but no, a game has its rating for a reason. That's what the rating system is for. If Nintendo wants to wipe out all M games, and they can, I guess, they probably lose a consumer base.
That's true.
Or at least a decent amount of money. But they either need to be all in or all out. So there's no like teetering and picking which games get it or don't. They should either just eliminate it altogether or let it just happen, because I think that's absurd. Why are you paying full price for a game and not getting all of its features or the full content of the game?
That's fair. I think they said too. I'm kind of curious what's going to happen because it's supposed to come to mobile phones.
I think that will be uncensored. Well, it depends.
If you play the game, it makes sense.
It
Diego,
depends.
by
It
how it
depends,
plays.
because
But
I
what I'm
do-
saying is, will they censor it on that? I'm
Well,
kind of curious.
I think it applies to the same Nintendo rule because they have guidelines. So if you want to submit, let's say, to the Apple Store, they have to follow certain guidelines. You need to Android as well
Yeah.
too,
Well,
and they can make those.
Are
changes.
there M-rated games on like mobile and app games? I guess I don't know.
like the Telltale games.
or like the what's a goon? What's a
Goon?
What?
No, there is a game in which a bunch of it's really popular among women. They get a bunch of dudes that they talk to her, like Astro. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, it's from the Garnt's wife.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what it's called.
It's a game in which girls spend money to basically
It's a
take.
gotcha game, but with like K-pop looking boys.
Oh,
And they date you and court you, and they like say sweet things to you, and then you spend more money to get like the boys, like pretty
people are
boys.
paying for that.
and they take the show. Yeah,
Yeah,
they do.
it's gotcha games. It's kind of like ZZZ, but like just with pretty boys.
and it's making a lot of money.
Yeah, they make a ton of money.
Dude, gotcha games are ridiculous.
But I think if anything, with if it's like the Switch or if it comes out on the phone, it should automatically have the censored version automatically toggled on first, and then if they want to turn it off, you should go through like absurd hoops, I guess, if you want to go that route.
Why?
Just for like Nintendo on the phone route. I'm just saying for the Nintendo on the phone route. That if that's how they want to do it, you need to go through absurd. Like, if you want to turn the censored off, you're gonna have to restart the level you just did. And let's say that's like 30 minutes of work. Like, I don't want to do that. I'll just wait until I finish this part, and then I'm just saying. That way, it's like, I'll just deal with it or not deal with it. But like, if you're on PlayStation or on Steam, on off, and that's it.
You were mentioning about the Apple and their policies.
Yeah,
Apple. But that argument kind of sucks because of RE4.
What was it? I don't know about RE4.
So the new Resident Evil 4 remake that came out, that's on the iPhones and the iPads and all that.
Uncensored?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe they don't have it. I'm just saying that
it's kind of a wishy-washy is my point I'm trying to make. It's wishy-washy.
Probably they're cool with gore, but they're not cool with seeing a dick.
There is dick.
I'm assuming, yeah, because you said...
Laura Bailey has pretty much an orgasm scene.
Okay, there you go. Who cares?
I don't know. I think...
obviously, Apple
there's
cares.
some people that still want to play games without the profanity and without all the nudity.
You can turn that on.
I know, but there's some people that don't really want to deal with it.
Yeah, but I guess
that's next level lazy.
I know, but
I
think the point is like it should be your choice to turn it off or on.
Sure.
Your
That's
game, your
thing.
choice.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's the only 10 miles is
if
okay.
You're telling me you're too lazy to look for the censorship on button, but you
platform, I
want
don't
them to
care.
just do it. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Just buy it on another platform.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, just buy it. Yeah, that's your solution.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah, but don't take away people's options for it, though. That's
I
what
mean,
I'm
I think Nintendo's going to this special. They want to censor.
It'll
stuff.
run on any PC. It's just video. It's just video. It's not actually like running the
Just get a ROM
graphics.
on
It's
your-
just
your
the
PC.
game is just like video, and you select the choices. Like it's not actually like running like actual
Yeah, you
graphics.
can
It'll play on anything,
It's a JPEG on the Switch.
pretty much. Oh well, that
Just a joke.
was a good one.
It's a good one.
That was quick. That was quick.
He was ready for it.
All right, let's keep going on. This is more for me than anything, but
Selfish.
One
about
Piece
us?
One Piece probably passed this like 7 years ago, but The Simpsons will air its 800th episode on February 15th. Historical mark for
You'll watch 800
Western
episodes.
I actually have
animation.
watched all the episodes.
So this includes Kevin Bacon, Noah Weil, Questlove, if you know that he's from Roots, and Boys to Men.
Oh wow.
So basically the episode's going to be about them entering the National Dog Show in Philadelphia, and they get wrapped up, it says, in a historical conspiracy adventure. That sounds like that just sounds weird. But like this kind of echoes kind of the first episode of The Simpsons, which if you don't remember is when they get Santa's Little Helper. So they go to the dog race. The dog sucks, and they're going to like get rid of it, and then Bart convinces his dad to take the dog and bring him home, and that's how we get Santa's Little Helper. So I'm wondering if Santa's Little Helper is going to be involved in this episode and kind of echo what happened with the first episode, but I don't know. It's interesting though.
I thought this much. I have watched all the episodes. I'm currently up to date. And I tell you, this last season, the latest season has been like really funny.
I will say,
I really enjoyed
I
it.
will say this.
It's
So
pretty good.
they've made a change with their season. So before they were meeting the quota of 24 episodes, 25 episodes every season, right? So now they're like, well, now we're not going to do that. We're gonna go back with the episodes that we have, and the quality has gone up because I think they're doing now about 16 episodes a season, which I think has really helped them. I think people that have
complaint that I will have is that, of course, you don't get your Apu, you don't get like your Dr. Gilbert. They changed the voices quite a bit for most of the characters to be more in par with race,
which is dumb.
which is the weirdest.
I don't-
Even Carl sounds different, but after a while, you kind of get the hang of it.
No, I still haven't.
I'd have issues with that. I don't watch The Simpsons, but I'd have issues with that.
Yeah, I get it.
I think it's dumb. I think there's no reason to do it.
Especially the guy, the girl who plays Milhouse, she already retired. So
Yeah, and I don't. And the new voice is not that it's bad. It's just not Millhouse.
Well, if the voice actor's retired, that's totally fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It's just like if they were to
Still hard to adjust, though.
I mean, yeah,
retire.
when he first came out.
Yeah,
yeah.
If they were to retire Millhouse, I'd be super sad,
Yeah.
but I'd be okay with that because the voice actress is retiring, and fine.
But at the same time, they also introduced new characters as well. So
That's fair. Like, I still can't adjust to Frankie's voice. I really can't.
oh,
It's way too different. There's nothing similar at all. It takes me
Who?
out of the scenes.
I like that.
Frankie,
One
one of those
Piece.
Straw Hats.
Oh, okay.
Well, because that recently happened, kind of like what you're talking about.
Did they retire? Did they pass away? Okay.
He retired, but he looked really bad. He looked like he was going to die.
He looked really sick.
he looked sick.
He's pretty old.
He's healthy now.
He's healthy now?
He is.
Is he going to come back?
I haven't seen
No,
it
he's
yet.
not coming back.
No, he's officially
Okay.
past the
He's
mantle.
done. Yeah.
He's done.
But anyway, my point is, I'm not trying to talk about that. I'm just trying to say that when voice actors change for a character you've been watching for many, many years, like a decade, I get it. It's hard.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's hard.
It's a big change.
Like I had a hard time with Gohan, for example.
Yeah.
That was really hard.
I want to say it's if you've gone off or stopped watching The Simpsons, you want to start watching now, it is going to be different. A lot of the voices have changed a lot. Like, it's just with age. Like, Homer sounds different. Marge doesn't sound as she did back in season 8 or 9.
You can't
60s
compare
now.
it. Come on.
I'm not saying compare, but there's you're not in the
This is my
Simpsons
boss
community
who-
like I am. There's a lot of purists that won't watch anything past season 6.
They're missing out.
Yeah, I know. There are some that will watch maybe up until season 10, 11, and then after that, you're not a quote unquote real Simpsons fan. Which I was like, well, okay, fudge you. You only watch a third of it, so get out of here. I hate those. I don't like those people. They're like, after that,
why do you listen to them?
I don't.
Doesn't.
But this is the community because there are people that still share stuff from like recent episodes of recent seasons. But there is this elitist group that just like, oh, I never watched it. I never watched anything past season 6. I'm like,
Yes.
get the fudge out of here.
Think
I
of
smell
them.
Paul in this group. What is going on?
Have them. Like, seriously, like Diego will say,
It is.
You don't care about that.
Yeah,
If you
I
really
don't- I
enjoy
don't-
the show,
I-
just watch the show.
Yeah, they're just so elitist with it. They're like, oh, ever since Conan stopped writing for this, I'm like,
And like
first
I
of
said-
all, he didn't write a majority of those
Conan
episodes.
O'Brien?
He
Yeah.
did. He
I
ran
didn't
the
know that.
first couple of.
He was a writer in a few of the episodes
he
in a
helped
few
overwrite.
seasons. Like I think it was up to season 3 or 4. But some people are like, oh, the quality changes. Like, yeah, quality does. I mean, I won't deny like to watch or enjoy all of the episodes in one season is less and less likely as you get past. Me personally, past season 18 is where it's like it's hard to watch an entire season and like every episode.
Like for me, it goes like that, but recently has picked up again. In
Yeah.
my personal.
Yeah,
interest.
I'll agree with Paul.
How many seasons are they on right now?
36.
Holy shit.
They did a lot.
Okay.
You know what's crazy? On the 800th episode of One Piece is when we see Sanji's two brothers. So
Oh, the Vince Smokes?
that's a better episode 800.
Spoiler.
than the other ones.
Spoiler.
Wow, dude, that was kind of a spoiler, bro.
My
Yeah,
bad.
man.
You got people still watching, dude.
Yeah, think about the
That
people
was kind of a
and
big
their
spoiler,
children.
Diego.
It's okay,
Host
it's
is
okay.
literally
I'm
watching,
good
dude.
with it.
Yeah, think about Shanks.
I did.
Wow, another spoiler.
Think about Shanks? What does that mean?
Oh.
His hand getting cut off in episode 1?
He will know
Or
if he
bitten
actually
off?
reads it.
I'll get there.
There was no spoiler with that one. I don't know what he's going on that one.
That's with David.
Yeah,
He's
don't
not there
Sanji
yet.
one was a spoiler. Typical. Leave it to Diego to spoil something. Not anybody
Yeah, it
else.
wasn't me.
Yeah, you didn't spoil shit. It was
Okay, I might
Diego.
forget it by the time I get to it.
Fair.
You'll like it when Luffy goes Super Saiyan 8.
What the?
Well, hey, I don't want those kind of spoilers.
Well, you got it now. Super Saiyan 8.
Oh, damn it.
Turns into like a.
And
grade
he
eight.
fuses with Frankie and
my-
Chomper.
Wait, they have done that. They have done the they have done the mecha. Remember? And the
And
Robin wouldn't
Chopper.
jump on.
Not Chomper, Chopper.
Yeah, good.
And
Right,
Robin
David.
wouldn't
It's a
jump
triple
on. So I
fusion.
ain't doing that.
It's a triple dip. It's nice.
That was the Moria arc. Remember when they tried to make like a mech? This is
Good.
stupid, dude. Robin's like, I am not jumping on. That shit was so funny.
You got to jump on Chopper. I
Flapping
mean,
my hilarious. What the hell? moving
Daredevil,
on.
Born
You
Again,
moving on.
season 2
There you go. Thank you. It's a weird segue.
was I wasn't expecting it. But I was expecting it, but I was like, when are they gonna do it? Because it's coming out in about a month and a half,
March.
or almost a little less than 2 months. And now they finally showed us Daredevil Born Again season 2.
Where does it take place?
I don't know timeline why. Like if you watch Daredevil Born Again, I don't know how much time passed between the end of that. What do you mean? And where this one begins.
Wait, this is Born Again season 2?
Yes.
I haven't even seen Born Again. So.
Oh, okay. Then
There's
no
Born Again and
spoilers.
then
Well, it takes place
season
after
three.
the blip.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And I want to say that they never. I don't know if they officially confirmed. Maybe Japoran can confirm this on it, but I don't think they officially confirmed if Daredevil was alive during the blip. It sounds like he was.
He was.
That he was never blipped.
Is it like kind of okay?
But I thought it was much without.
But it's after the blip. It's after
spoiling the
Endgame.
first season. It's all right. they had a rocky episodes.
Yeah, typical.
And the main reason why is because they had been it went to a complete rewrite as well. They have already recorded a bunch of episodes, then they decided to start all over again, and they had to make different cuts. And they basically brought back the showrunner from The Punisher to actually help save the show.
The skinnier Punisher, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know he came back. He was good.
So there's some episodes that's like, this is kind of weird, but then there's some parts that you can actually tell it was reshot and it looks.
Well, I'll tell you this much: the episodes that were completely like or were not in the original episodes that were filmed is episode 1. There's a scene in episode 4, and then the last episode is all new, and you can tell like that it was that the action, the pace, the writing is far different than what it was in everything in between. And so it was originally going to be 18 episodes or 16, and it was originally going to be more of a courtroom drama, instead of what it was like in the Netflix series. And as they recorded like 7 to 8 episodes, they were like, "Yeah, this sucks. let's go back and let's get some writers from the Netflix show and kind of redo things." And so they didn't want to get
right people.
So they didn't want to get rid of all those episodes. So they kind of like
they're savage.
They reworked it, and it's still like the main story is there from the original concept, but the beginning and the end is something completely new.
How many episodes was the original series?
They have 4 seasons, I believe.
I think
3 episodes in a season. In the original,
16 to 13. I can't remember. I think the last season had 13 episodes.
Those half an hours.
45
they were
to 55 minutes.
Wow.
And so Born Again was around the same time as well. Around the first episode was an hour. The other episodes were like between 40 and 50 minutes.
Okay. Interesting.
So I mean, it's still a decent show. Don't get me wrong. Like I watch it. There are some parts that I really enjoyed. Some parts that like it could be better. But when I'm excited though, it's season 2. It's because they actually are bringing the showrunner from The Punisher to write most of the stuff in there. They changed the whole TV structure. Marvel Television has changed quite a bit. I'm not gonna bring anything out, but it looks.
They teased a lot of stuff that you're just like, finally. And there's, I would say if you want to watch, I'm trying to think. If you want to watch the first episode, then go. I would say still watch all of it. Like there's a lot of stuff like with what happens with the Kingpin and what happens with him and how he is, which is actually really interesting. But if you really just want to watch the first episode and then at the last 2 episodes, it's probably the best part because you kind of understand where season 2 is leading to. And again, there is a musical cue, Miles. I'll tell you this: there's a musical cue in the final episode that Kevin Feige or someone up top in the Marvel studio said you have to add this music into this part right here.
Oh,
the X-Men or something.
But anyway, I won't tell you. But anyway, so that's what like what is going on here because that was intentional. What is going on? Japorio knows what I'm talking about. So does Miss Mister. Yeah, in the last episode.
Okay, I think because we talked about this a while ago.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, but Miles wasn't
this
here.
is before Miles was.
He returned to the fold.
Yeah. So.
But what can we say about the trailer for season 2 without spoiling it? They're gonna have a cool cast. They announced somebody that is coming back. He's doing a revival as an actor. Should I mention his name? I don't even know if I should mention his name either because I don't want to spoil anything.
I don't think you're spoiling because you don't know the context. Well, here's the thing. They've said that they basically are not. They're wanting to bring some of the Marvel Netflix characters back into the MCU.
I wasn't referring
officially.
To that. I was referring to something else, but
yeah. But anyway, so you know how on Netflix there was like the Defenders, right? There was like Jessica
Norton come back. That'd be great.
There's Jessica Jones.
Luke Cage. I couldn't get through them. I've watched them. I just couldn't get into it.
So some of those are in talks of possibly coming back in. I will say that Jessica Jones is confirmed to be season 2.
Yeah.
Willard, the guy who plays Shaggy, he's going to be in season 2.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he's actually he looks like really cool. Like I'm excited to see what he's going to do. And I'll tell you this much: it is going to be as the show was brutal as it was in the Netflix series. Just the writing wasn't there, but that's because they had other writers in the beginning. this season looks to be far better writing because it's going to be from those Punisher screenwriters and directors that are doing season 2.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think there's a revival on the Marvel television aspect of this. Going along with that, I'm actually going to mention really quick. I did watch the new Marvel TV series, Wonder Man. Have you seen it, David?
I didn't like it.
I liked it a lot.
It was I won't spoil much about it, but it was very low stakes. Like there was
That's why I like it.
I didn't like it
Because, of all the aspect of you have superheroes doing this and that.
and I'm sick of Trevor.
This one has been very
Sick
tame.
of Trevor.
And it's more like a journey and friendship being born with the elements of superhero in it. And that's the reason why I like it, because they only scream
I would say
superhero
just
all
a
the time.
dash of superheroism.
See, and that's why I don't mind it. I think this is a good story from that perspective of what the actor is trying to accomplish with in bringing the guy who plays the Mandarin, whom I may think people think it was a joke. People hate him for it. But I think in this show, he really does a good job as an actor.
What about Luke Cage? Is he Luke Cage coming back?
He has,
We don't know yet.
Not sure.
we've heard that he says that he has unfinished business. Don't know what that
Yeah, I can't
means.
see anything on the article at all.
Yeah, he's not in the article.
It won't be there.
The only one that's confirmed in the article is Jessica Jones,
Okay.
which she was at Comic-Con when they showed that. Yeah, she's a
good
fan favorite.
actress in general.
Yeah,
awesome.
I think what was her name?
I don't remember her name.
It's
I've seen her in a lot of
it's
stuff.
not Christy. It's
Kristen
something
Ritter?
with Kristen Ritter. That's what it
Yeah.
is.
That's what it is. Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I'm very excited for what I'm hoping. This sounds very, I don't know. I mean, maybe Boricua Senpai is going to give me some crap of this, but I'm very optimistic of what they might do with the Marvel television series. I don't know. I feel like they're moving trajectory and they're actually changing course from what they did in the past.
Quality over quantity now.
I hope so. It seems like it so far.
Well, I guess the other thing that they did is that they made it so you had to watch those shows in order to watch a movie. So you had to,
nice, yeah.
because WandaVision was a great show,
Amazing.
but you had to watch that in order to really understand why Wanda was the Scarlet Witch in Multiverse of Madness, because otherwise it makes no sense.
No context. Like, why is she evil and have this power and book?
Yeah.
You wouldn't know.
See, that's another reason why I like Wonder Man, because it's very contained. You don't have to do any homework.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I just don't like it. I thought it was very it was funny. It was cool, interesting. Oh, cool, but I wouldn't watch it again. It's meh.
I would.
I know you would.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know you would. Yeah.
Yeah. What we got?
This one we're going to talk about. Wake yourselves up. We had the Dragon Ball 40th anniversary event finally announced.
Ooh.
We got tons of information about what was going on, except for the manga, for whatever gosh dang reason.
All right, do tell us.
We're gonna have to warm up for that one.
What do you want to start?
Well, let's start with the biggest one, which I showed Miles because he wasn't.
Let's
Let's start with the biggest one.
Yeah, I
So
was on a date that night.
they did the opening. First of all, the opening that they did was a timeline of going from Dragon Ball all the way to Dragon Ball Z.
It's like a 40th anniversary celebration.
It was about 5 minutes.
Did you see it, Paul?
I see it. That's
Yeah, it was really cool. What I liked, there was a original score, and the art and animation of it all was really cool. It was very from the manga colors and everything, and the panels were coming to life and everything from it all. It was amazing, and then what made it really cool was the score, and it happened to be what's his name?
Hans Zimmer.
Hans Zimmer wrote the score for it, so. Like we talked about a couple weeks ago about him doing the Harry Potter thing. Now he has another thing under his belt.
And he's doing
Dragon Ball. So it's just this man has entered. He was already legendary status, but he's uber. He's goat legend.
Yeah.
So if he can do this, he can do Harry Potter.
No, I didn't say he couldn't. I'm just saying he had shoes to fill. That's different. He had shoes to fill, but
That's
yeah,
true.
he with the score he did a fantastic job.
But that video gave me goosebumps.
Yeah, it was
Beautiful.
it was the coolest thing because I think one of the interesting things if you guys don't watch a lot of Dragon Ball content,
But you guys don't, honestly speaking. Not everybody watches Dragon Ball, man.
well you should. But anyway, one of the biggest things that I guess criticism that the anime has gone just in general, not this one from the beginning, is that there are some expressions that Toriyama did in his drawings that didn't make it into the series. And they're and he just had a way of drawing a specific expression that wasn't sad. It wasn't. It was a mixed emotion expression. So he was really good at doing those things, despite for being, for him being a gag manga artist, like he knew how to do those things. So there's always a lot of criticism with like how he drew or how that was put into the anime.
How it was adapted.
Yeah, how it was adapted, and so like you were able to see like his pound, literally like it looked like they just
came to life.
It was so cool, like the exact way that he drew it,
and the cover arts.
Yeah, the cover arts.
Oh my god, dude!
So interesting enough, I don't know if any of you know this, but if you've ever seen the manga volumes, Toriyama always has them in like different vehicles. And it's because he loves drawing vehicles. He loves them. And so that's why he's like in every volume, like you would always see him like riding on a motorcycle or in a car or something like interesting. Like if you ever wondered why you see like Gohan and Videl driving a car or in between, like in the little breaks or at the end of the ending of the later half of Dragon Ball Z, it's because they knew Toriyama loved cars and like, we'll just add this in there.
Yeah.
But it was super sick. And so at the very end of this series of this video, you see Goku flying into space, which some people had some of the funniest comments like Saiyans can breathe in space. Now I'm like, it's just a video. What? This ain't no canon.
This isn't depth, man. This is just.
Although Goku did fight Beerus in the atmosphere, so
yeah. Which again, that's a whole other thing. I would say
that
it's
was
because
some bullshit.
yeah,
But that's whatever.
Another topic. But people were like, people that say those things are the people that think Dragon Ball, the game Kakarot, is canon. They're like, this is shut the fudge up, get out of here, because they explain certain things differently than in the anime, and so people are like, so that we just got confirmation that this is what actually. I'm like, nope, that's just their liberty in the game. That's not what Toriyama said.
That's true. I agree with you.
Yeah, so we got that. That video was cool. Then right after that, we got the confirmation that they are continuing the Dragon Ball Super anime, and they are going to do the Galactic Patrol arc, or as it is more known as the Moro arc.
Yeah. Yep. Best Super arc, and I'd arguably say I'm going to ask you guys an unpopular opinion: Moro arc or Buu arc? I might say Moro.
I would say like 95% Moro, but then at the end it kind of...
It's kind of hard because... sorry, go ahead, Miss Mister.
The end of the Moro arc, like
I
how
understand
Goku
that
does all that, kind of went to shit. I kind of hated how that ends. It's
That's
so
fair.
fucking
That's
stupid.
fair.
But
for me, the Buu arc just had a lot of like... just...
Yeah, it was jumbled.
The fusion stuff, it in Gotenks, it's a bit much.
It's kind of hard.
The pacing is a bit much sometimes.
There's a lot. I think Toyotaro, and again, I don't know how much of what Toriyama wrote as his
From what I remember,
guideline.
Moro and Granola was primarily Toyotaro, where Akira Toriyama was like supervising, but he was more hands off compared to the other arcs. It was more Toyotaro, like he was
Like
letting
90%,
he's letting the leash out.
But I think that's where you see the weakness in Toyotaro's writing.
Sure.
Because he like treaded over similar waters all over the place.
Yeah.
All of the Z fighters coming back
fair.
in to fight. That's like what happened to Resurrection F.
But I felt that he did a good job where they actually made him have a really good purpose, though. Like it didn't feel like stupid movie filler. I do feel like it worked for the characters of when they need to protect Earth. I feel he actually did an amazing job.
Yeah, there was just something I didn't like. The fact that you finally see Goku use again the instant transmission Kamehameha on Moro, and it does nothing. I didn't like that. Again, it just felt like you're just kind of he did the thing, and then it's like it does nothing.
Well, don't get me wrong. I mean, I have there's issues in other arcs too, but Moro was it was probably the best super arc, I would say.
Yeah. I would say it again. I think, and
like people are in for a treat that haven't read the manga. They're in for a big treat on this.
And I think what's going to happen is so with this announcement came the announcement that for whatever reason they're redoing they're redoing Dragon Ball Super.
When I saw that, I just laughed.
I was thinking.
No, there's no.
I was thinking you're giving. I wanted a full head to toe redrawn of Dragon Ball Z, but you're like, nah, let's go with Super. Like what?
Second, third time?
This is gonna be the fourth telling of these arcs, of some of these, because we have the movie, which is one canon. We have the TV show. We have the manga, and now we're gonna have this one. And what we know of based off of other people that have inside sources like Geekdom does. It's only going to be 6 episodes. It's not going to be 15 or 14, however it was the first time.
12.
12, but they're gonna add different elements from the manga and from the movie / anime. I don't know exactly.
So you're telling me that
More of
when
a
I watch
definitive.
that TV show that's not canon anymore? It won't be-
Honestly, the TV show is going to probably be the most accurate, unfortunately.
This
No,
one, Beerus,
I
is
guess
going to
the
be
new
This one is gonna be
the
but
most
one
accurate.
before is not canon.
because Toriyama was very upset with how they handled
How Toei?
how Toei. I said Akira was upset with how they handled the Battle of Gods and Resurrection of F.
So it's a good thing that I didn't buy my Dragon Ball Super.
You were never
Yeah,
gonna
like you
buy
would
it,
buy it
so-
anyway. Get the fudge out of here.
He's
trolling.
Yeah, I know.
But so they are redoing it. The only thing is the original artist or the original guy who was in charge of the art is going to be in charge of Beerus. And then, if I recall, when I was watching the last video updates from this other guy, for Moro is going to be the guy who did the team who did Broly. So it's going to have that art. It's going to have the Wano art for Galactic Patrol.
Shut the fuck up. Are you
It's going to have
serious?
the Galactic Patrol for Wano. So it's going to be really high end.
It's what's the name of that artist that we like?
Gintani or
Shintani?
It's
Yeah.
Our favorite artist. That's who he's talking about.
He's going to be
Dave.
doing the
That's a big deal for us because that's our favorite art style.
Yeah, so the guy who's done the original Dragon Ball Super stuff, he's redoing Beerus, but he's touching it up.
Good.
And he's also getting help with all the other artists. Like the one, I can't remember that artist, but the guy, I think it was a chick. The one who was doing the one with during the Tournament of Power, who did like the really good high-end art on that one. She's involved in this with the
Didn't she do some of Wano as well?
Yeah, she did like the high-end like fights.
Yeah.
Like the super deep.
These guys are like top tier when it comes to animation.
So that's why a lot of the Beerus one's going to look really pretty. And then when the Galactic Patrol arc is going to be, it's going to be like Wano style, like not Wano style, but like
Not
you know,
Wano style.
the
It's just
people who's involved with all that. It's going to be very,
very talented, the best of the best, pretty much.
They've also stated that there's going to have new openings, new endings, and how they think is that each arc is going to be its own seasonal anime. So like Beer is supposed to come out, I believe, fall 2026. Then in winter they're going to have the next one, which will be Resurrection F.
A whole year
And then-
apart?
No.
It'll be like a couple months, like a month. Or two.
Winter. And then after that, they're going to have the tournament, the tournament, Universe 6 versus 7 arc. Then they're going to have the Goku Black arc.
We're not.
Future
This
Trunks.
isn't confirmed. This is assumed, right?
No, this is confirmed.
Oh, I didn't hear that was confirmed
Then
yet.
they're gonna have the tournament. Then they're gonna have the tournament of power, and then they're
We
gonna
don't know
go
about
into.
Broly yet, right?
I
No.
don't know.
We don't
I
know
think
about
they're gonna.
that.
I think they're gonna skip Broly, and then they go right in because that manga didn't do Broly either.
Right.
So they're gonna go right into the Galactic
reference.
Patrol arc.
Wait, so is Broly still canon or not?
Broly's still canon. They're just not redoing,
Yeah.
as far as I know.
The
And-
granola arc, it's mentioned about Broly, and they reference, you see him. Like, yeah, it's in there.
And so they said that Toriyama was involved in a lot of this rewrite and restructuring.
Really?
That's what they said before he passed away, because this has been in pre-production.
He was a workaholic, though, to be fair.
This was in pre-production like for over 2 years. So before Toriyama passed away.
Interesting.
So he was involved in that. And what they also said was there's going to be a lot more things that are going to be close to what the manga is. I don't know how or what, because they said starting with the tournament between Universe 6 and 7 is going to be more closely to what is done in the manga. Not all of it, but there's going to be parts that are going to be what the manga did is going to be in here.
So my question is, you guys may know this, I may not know because I don't follow. Are they gonna address Daima?
That's the other question people asked. People are saying like
Up in the air, it's possible.
they might have it to where Goku, when he's fighting Beerus, that he will go Super Saiyan 4 and it won't be enough.
Or he might just reference it, wouldn't make
Or
a
it might just
difference.
reference it. Don't know.
Or Vegeta goes Super Saiyan 3 when he fights Beerus. When he,
Yeah, we
Bulma
don't
gets
know.
hit.
I mean, that would be the easiest way to be like,
My Bulma.
to be like, yeah, let's just kind of add this and
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think it's an interesting idea because they could fix a lot of mistakes.
Yeah.
The problem is
How are they going to fix Supreme Kai and all
to
that?
do it all over again.
What about Kibito Kai? How are they going to fix that?
mean,
I don't know.
You got two different storylines there on that one.
Well, was it in the manga? Because was he still there, Kabuto Kai?
Kabuto Kai was in
manga.
Battle of God, and in the manga, he was still Kabuto Kai.
They ruined it in Daima.
Yeah, they ruined it because they never ate the fusion bugs.
That's what I was trying to make sure.
Bullshit.
They said that the Goku Black arc will be 16. I think Geekdom said he doesn't know for sure, but he's heard it's going to be about 16 episodes.
That's better.
He is going to address, and some parts are going to be like the anime. Some parts are going to be different. Tournament Power, same thing. I think is going to be maybe 16 episodes.
That would be nice.
Something like that.
I think they said 20.
20, I think maybe max, which is
That's better.
I think it was like 40 episodes.
It was way too long.
Yeah. And then they said now with Moro and Granola, he doesn't have too much information. He knows that they're in pre-production.
It's a long arc.
With
There's no
Granola.
episode counts.
With Granola, there's no episode. He knows that with Granola, it's in pre-production. But they did say that there's going to be some stuff that they're going to add that wasn't in the manga.
Yeah, I figured.
We don't know what, but some stuff will be added.
I didn't like the Granola arc, I'll be honest with you. I hated it. Looking back, I did not enjoy it. I enjoy things that happened, but I did not enjoy the arc.
It was okay. It was okay.
It was mid.
So we'll see what happens. I'm excited for at least the Galactic Patrol arc.
Exactly.
Geekdom said that you should probably expect it around fall, winter 2027.
For Galactic Patrol?
Yeah, end of 2027 is when that should start.
That's amazing. That's going to be exciting. Didn't remind me, weren't they oh, no, I'm thinking of, never mind. We haven't heard any news on any movies, correct?
Nothing.
Okay. Because didn't Sean Schemmel technically leak some of this before the announcement?
He announced a super remake like 2 days before.
Yeah.
And I think I showed you the video clip.
Yeah, I think you did. Yeah, that's hilarious, man.
So there's no movie. There's nothing on the manga. I would like to assume something's going on with the manga, but they probably haven't announced anything yet. Maybe they want the anime stuff to come through.
I just can't give too much crap to Toyotaro because even like Super has a lot of inconsistency and problems, and then we have nostalgia glasses too. But there are a lot more inconsistencies with Super, and I guess my point is like Toyotaro is going to get just a lot of hate regardless if he does continue it, even though, like I support him on doing it, but he's kind of in a bad position.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. He's in an unfair advantage on this one. So I mean, yes, personally I want him to. I mean I like Dragon Ball AF. I thought he did a good job with it, and he's done some good stuff.
I think I mentioned this before. It's very similar than it was with Berserk. You either continue and it's good, but at the same time you feel bad about it because what Akira Toriyama got done, or you can continue and it's bad and like, oh man, you kind of ruined the show. That's
a good point because I think with Akira Toriyama is like Super is fun, Daima's fun, but realistically he completed his project.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z, that was his project. Everything else was just continuing the love of it and for the fans and stuff like that, and that's all great. And it's not as good of work as the original because it wasn't it wasn't him sitting down with his team and doing the original craft and his masterpiece before he was a legend. Like, it was completed.
Yeah.
So anything after this is just take it for fun and have fun with it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, yeah.
I mean, there's a reason
As it
why
goes past
Dragon Ball
the ending of Z.
has become quite like a reason why it's one of the popular shows, right?
Exactly.
You don't talk about Super as a popular show.
Like, see, Berserk's a little different, right? Because that'd be hard because, like, the original, even though his best friend's taking over, like, there is still an element of this is not his completed work.
Yeah.
It'd be the same thing as, like, something happens with Oda, God forbid, right? That would be, like, nobody takes over. I'm sorry, it's just not going to work. Just nobody has that brain.
Yeah.
So, with the Akira Toriyama, like, his legend, everything's been completed. So I just enjoy anything more Dragon Ball I'll take. But at the end of the day, the original, the classic, what's actually complete masterpiece is already out there for us.
100%.
Right.
Yeah,
And that's why they should rejoin.
I mean,
I agree with that.
That's why, like,
I agree with that.
the last true thing that he himself like collaborated or
Daima.
wrote with. No, oh yeah, Daima, but like Daima and then Battle of Gods, because Battle of Gods was like, oh, I don't want to make Dragon Ball Evolution my last thing, so he wrote Battle of Gods and made all that cool, crazy stuff. And you had fun. Like, it was like a one-off. But then it inspired them to be like, let's make a series out of this.
No,
and
but I
like,
still think they should just end it. Seriously, they just keep it respect, because the more they pull,
it just depends on how they.
It could become problematic. And lo and behold, they're remaking another I mean, they're bringing another show.
They're
once
touching
again.
up a lot of the stuff and making it more manga accurate. So I could see if that's what they want to do. That's fine.
I mean, I understand the point. It makes sense trying to fix what they have done, but again, I mean, what haven't they done this in the first place, right? And doing it again, you know, they could have done it
Because Toei was being back then. I mean, they still are. I'll say this: they were being money hungry when they first came out because they were doing.
still are.
That's what I'm saying. They still are.
Well, the thing-
but they
okay,
were
rather
they
than
were
doing the-
cheaping out on their animation, and then they were just rushing things. So
They
everyone
also had a
was
rush
terrible.
deadline, to be
See,
fair. Not
yes.
trying to be fair to Toei, but I'm going to be fair
No,
in that
but I was
sense.
gonna say rather than just bet everything on Dragon Ball, they have other franchises that they can still bring back.
Yeah,
that
but
needs
wasn't
submission.
Dragon
That's
Ball
what they've done though. They
No, like-
redid.
I tell you this much because there's some other.
Sailor Moon. They came back with Digimon. They came back with what was the other ones that they redid?
They redid the arc of One Piece with the fisherman arc.
Well, see, and that's has been good. Like they should like stop
But
pushing on their stuff.
but that's the thing is like they're not. They're just kind of redoing everything. They're
I
just
tell you
like
this much. I'm still waiting for my Saint Seiya like season, next
And
season.
Seiya would be a big one.
Dude, it's been done by
they've
Toei.
said it. They've said it. That's
I'm
the problem.
I'm like saying this. They could have
Where is
easily
it?
aggressive. Like yeah, they could.
that's exactly the question. Toei, what are you doing with your money? What are you doing with your time?
Spending
It's like a Nintendo problem. When you
I'm not
think
going that
about
far.
it.
But I do hope that they usually they
Not going that
invest
far.
into some of the other shows, and there's other shows in Toei that I can. That's the one I can think of right now. But they should like put more love
You know
into
what they
all the
should do
classics
is
to remake it.
is rent that anime out to another animation studio to animate. If they're not touching it, why doesn't just someone else do it?
Dragon Ball, I don't think Toei will ever let their
Well,
hands
no, I
off
mean
of.
like for like Saint Seiya, like have Studio Period animate it, and then there you go.
But they
Wait,
did
wait.
do that. Didn't they do that with Lost Canvas? Because it wasn't Toei who did that.
I remember that,
But
that's
Dragon Ball,
That's a
like-
different story.
Yeah,
though.
but that's a different story. But I'm saying like
Arthur.
if they were to continue something, like
Wait, Toei's not doing the One Piece, are they?
yeah.
No, it's
Oh, Mappa.
Mappa.
Okay,
Mappa's
then
doing
never
it.
mind. Throw out my shit that I just said. If Toei can give away One Piece, they can give us a fucking remake of Dragon Ball Z in classic art.
Yeah,
If they can do One Piece, they can do Dragon Ball.
Mappa,
Period. I
who-
don't care. It's
who-
Dragon Ball Z.
Who did
Mappa would be cool.
Who did the original One
Which studio?
Punch Man?
Oh, Madhouse.
Madhouse did that.
Imagine if
But they're
Madhouse
gone,
did-
right?
Yeah, now it looks like ass.
Oh no, I'm talking Madhouse.
like how they closed doors?
Is gone, isn't it? Or are they still?
No, you're
I don't
talking
think-
about the other one. You're talking about
Oh.
the studio that did Evangelion. That's the one that's gone.
Oh, Gainax.
Oh.
Yeah, they're gone. My bad.
But imagine if
I'm sad
Madhouse
about it, too.
did Dragon Ball.
Exactly.
Redid all of the animation of Dragon Ball.
Exactly. It's just like Dragon Ball like really needs it because like I mean the things we always grew up with some of those inconsistencies of the episode drawings.
I
Like,
hated the
that's
you
what I'm
don't,
saying,
you don't
thing.
see that in a lot of other animes.
That's what I'm
Like a
saying,
lot of
like-
other animes, it's very consistent. Dragon Ball's all over the fucking place.
They should just close the gate.
Yeah.
Not don't make new stuff.
Yeah.
And work about remaking some of the classic stuff into something.
Yeah,
Like Saint Seiya,
I-
Dragon Ball Z.
The thing is, like, but that's all Toei does is they're just remaking stuff. That's all they're
except
doing.
for Dragon Ball.
Yeah, which makes no gosh. They're like, we open up a new studio, a new department just for Dragon
How
Ball
can
Z
we not
stuff,
make money?
and they're like, let's not make it.
They could even do a more accurate version than Kai and just start it over.
But you know the reason why they do it?
Just straight manga.
You know why they do it? Because every time they show, oh, let me show you something new about Goku, all the fans are like, oh, this is something called Goku. Let's put more money in it. It's because of fans that are supporting that new stuff that does like, oh, well, we should keep investing on
But if
more
they can
Dragon
do
Ball.
Kai and they can remake Super
So
four
the
times,
problems are the fans.
The last time that I bought a Blu-ray or anything that wasn't a movie was the
those blue box ones,
the blue
or whatever.
box Blu-rays.
Yeah,
and that
same.
was for Dragon Ball Z, and
Same.
that was like 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah, that's like the last Blu-ray I bought.
But
too.
again, there's a lot
I'm
of
not buying those things. That's where they really look at the Blu-ray sales, especially
Yeah.
in
Also
Japan.
that, there's
Yeah, but they
the
look at that a lot.
merchandise. Like, come
Yeah,
on,
merchandise
even like
is
Saudi
that.
Arabia, like, oh yeah, with Dragon Ball, let's make our own amusement park. Or, you know, there's a lot
Saudi
of stuff.
Arabia.
I can't go.
Seriously, there's a
I
lot of things that are
can't
happening. Like, I think if people should stop investing into more of the new Dragon Ball stuff, so I will get, okay, we get it. People don't want this.
I think everybody would be fine with a remaster of Dragon Ball.
They could remaster Dragon Ball. They just don't want to. They could literally pawn off the remaster to somebody else. Just have someone do it, and then they'd be fine. Like there'd be no issue.
Yeah,
But
and again,
I don't know why they're not doing it.
Regardless, I think there's, I don't know, we'll see what happens. Maybe this new Dragon Ball remake,
Well, 'cause-
Super, will be a lot better.
Look at the
Maybe. I don't
if
know. I'm
Mappa's
saying.
doing the One Piece with new voice actors. They're not the old voice actors. They're new voice actors.
That's gonna be weird.
But you gotta say on that.
You could do the same thing with Dragon Ball with a whole new
But
studio.
the thing about that is that they have Oda speaking on his behalf, like, hey, let's do this. He's actually the voice on that. Who has the voice on Dragon Ball?
okay. Yeah, but
So who would be the voice for now? Wouldn't be. I don't think you go to Toyotaro.
Doesn't Toei own the One Piece property on the animation side technically? Like, is Mappa getting like a portion?
I don't know.
Because like if Dragon Ball were to go to like a separate studio, Toei's probably going to get a cut regardless.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I just don't know what it is. It's
I
like
don't
the
know how
whole.
it works in
It's
business.
like the whole Sony Marvel thing.
Exactly.
But
That's
like-
a very good example.
But yeah, you have to understand the main difference that they have the author backing everything up. Like
I think Oda, his is more accurate to
And he has the
manga
voice.
and stuff like that. I think that's what it is. That's why it's like a Kai. The One Piece is like a Kai.
Yeah, but even Kai had issues where it still incorporated things that are not accurate because, like, I mean, you guys read the manga. Like, there's literally things that happen, like they still incorporated, like, where Gohan went back to fight Frieza. That didn't happen in the manga. Like, there's. I guess my point is they're going to remake it. I'd like it to be like fully respectable to Akira Toriyama, like 1-to-1.
Yeah.
Like, if they're going to remake Dragon Ball, I'd like it like 1-for-1.
Yeah.
I think some things I would like to keep it because again the fight between Goku and Vegeta in the Buu Saga was a lot of it was just made for the anime only. I would love for them to keep that stuff. Like there's some stuff they can keep. I think they would know like this would be good to keep.
negatives, then keep them.
I get what you're saying.
I mean, they also have to understand that
That's fair.
anime itself, the name itself, they get to create all these animations of really cool fights that you don't actually get to see in the manga. Manga's just paper, right? So I think there is a balance of what they're able to convey that it's actually accurate, that makes sense, rather than just, I don't know, the opposite of that.
I mean, that's kind of the whole point about like where anime is fight scenes. You want to see it animated because the pictures don't do as much justice,
Right?
True.
So
unless they, prolong the fight to where it's kind of get a little tedious, which they do in animes. But you know my point.
True.
That's a good point, though. Yeah, Dave.
All right. Well, let's keep going. Let's go on. I'm gonna go.
I thought that was our final topic.
No, a main topic here. Because I want.
that was our final topic.
I want Boricua Senpai to talk about this.
Yeah.
I want to hear this. So I put this as the main topic here. So this has to do with an original work. It could be whatever it is. It could be TV show, anime, movie, whatever you want to talk about. And they want to make
Keep
a
the podcast.
sequel to it. Now, and specifically a sequel that isn't like a sequel to the main story that's being told, but it's like another story.
Like an alternate story?
No, like a sequel. Like you can like Avatar. You have the Avatar: The Last Airbender. Then you have Avatar: The Legend of Korra. It's a sequel to Avatar: Last Airbender.
But
That's
it's not like
sequel
following the same characters? Just like, or you mean like a sequel in the universe?
in the universe to this story. The story of an Avatar.
Not the same main characters.
So like Family Guy and then the Cleveland Show.
That's
a
more
good
like
example.
I would say that's more of a spin-off.
Okay.
That's what we're thinking. Is it you're not a spin-off then?
No, so like again,
Can I use an example?
like you can use Star Wars, right? You have Star Wars.
Progression of the
Yeah,
story.
you have 4, 5, and 6. Then you have 7, 8, 9. Right, that's the sequel trilogy. Like the main characters aren't Luke, Leia, and Han, but they're somewhat incorporated or
Their
somewhat
spirit.
they're somewhat involved in the story in some way. As is everyone in the Avatar:
Like the Mandalorian.
Yeah, well, that's still a spin-off. I guess you want to call it a sequel, that's fine. But mine's more like it's a continuation in some way of the original story. There's The Hobbit, right? You could say the sequel to that is now the Lord of the Rings story.
An example, season 7 of Clone Wars. We didn't ever think we get it. So
Yeah, you could say that's a sequel
if
to the
living
story,
right
yeah.
now to where it wasn't out, if I would have said season 7, that would have worked.
Sure.
Okay.
My thing was like, what are some errors that a sequel to an original story can make? So,
I
for
know
example, yeah, I know, but there's one thing that I like. You can talk general or you can talk specifics. I mean, I guess you want to go into like what you want, but I want to hear like more like not necessarily the movie itself, but like what overall the sequel did that wasn't correct. And I think one of the big things that it does, that a sequel just in general, we're going to go into specifics, is that they have the main cast be incorporated somewhat from the original series, somewhat in the sequel series, and they're really, really underutilized.
Okay.
Either they shouldn't have been in there at all, or they tried to make them important in some way, but they just failed miserably.
Yeah.
Right. So that's I think that's one
I was
big error.
going to bring that up.
Do you have an example?
Well, the big example I can think of, well, there's two. One, Naruto Boruto, right? And the sequel,
Very good example.
Naruto is like what? he trained all. He was all Hokage
Most
for
powerful ever.
Exactly, and he doesn't do anything.
Yeah, pretty much.
The same way with some of the characters as well. Like I'm trying to remember some of the teachers. They had the moment to shine, but in the sequel, it's most about the other crew, the main character Boruto and all his friends. Which I don't know. It's kind of sad. I don't want to see that, honestly speaking.
Boruto's trash.
Kind of going that again. This is this is why I don't understand why why there's people that love this show. I mean this sequel and I hate it. Is Dragon Ball GT. The thing is that the way that Dragon Ball Z ended was like Goku strongest, Vegeta comparably as strong. Goku is going to train the next generation, which is Oob. GT, you see them fighting, you see them like, oh, he passes his test. Oob, you don't care what he does. Pointless throughout the entire series. Was he
I was excited about it.
What did he do against Super Vegeta? Nothing. Super Android 17? Nothing. Against the Dragons? Nothing.
And then Oob does a fuse, and that was pointless. It's just a fight.
Nothing.
You can argue that
What a waste of a fusion.
they still bring the same character, which goes.
But
Goku.
again, but again, everyone else was underutilized. Vegeta, underutilized. He did not.
He had a mustache.
Yeah, he had a mustache.
he was controlled by Baby.
Yeah, and then after that, like he still didn't do as much. Like his focus was like on the end. Super Android 17, nothing. Like the Dragons, and the real only reason that him and Goku were able to do anything was because of fusion. But even after that, the fusion didn't do anything. It was Goku doing the Spirit Bomb.
Well, I don't agree with that. I think for the most part, on Dragon Ball
Gohan
GT,
again. Gohan already had been issues with Dragon Ball Z at the later end, but like everyone became non-existent. It's kind of the same thing with Super.
Well, you can say the same thing about Dragon Ball Z.
Super is better than GT.
Look, you know, Yamcha and all the characters were big on Dragon Ball, but you don't actually see them showcase any power on Dragon Ball Z.
Right, and you can say that too.
Well, but hold on. But on the other defenses, nobody really cared about them in Z.
That's also true.
Once they incorporated Goku and them were aliens and all that stuff, and then they had
nobody cared.
Yamcha, Tien, all of them got thrown to the wayside. Only person
nobody cared.
I mean, let's look at how it ended. Let's look at how Dragon Ball ended. Right when they're in the Tenkaichi, right, the Budokai.
Amazing ending, by the way.
Like Yamcha was nowhere near any of them. He was already kind of like not even doing that.
True.
The only one that was really close to them was Tien and Krillin. They were seen doing something, and Krillin was relevant.
He's always been relevant.
Yeah, for the most part up until
they
like
fucked him over in GT too.
Yeah. 18 was supposed to be like can't lose energy or anything. Like she does nothing.
But the thing I'm trying to make on
she didn't
this,
help her
the
husband.
point I'm trying to make is here that they actually the main story was always about Goku and nobody else. Even on Dragon Ball GT, everybody else, it was all about Goku and what he is experiencing.
But I think the side characters did a better purpose. I mean, like, for example, like, you could say that, but then again, like, when you go to, like, this, I mean, yes, granted, it's one out of the major 3 arcs, but, you know, Gohan was kind of the primary for Cell.
Sure. But you know what happened after? They went back to Goku.
No, I get they did do that, but I'm just saying, like, I mean, there's, like, 3 major arcs in Z, and one of them's just the sun, but, you know, I get what you're saying.
And that's a fair, and I would say that's a fair criticism if you want to see that. But again, we're talking about the anime. If we're talking about Dragon Ball, the manga, it wasn't a sequel. It was still a continuation.
Sure.
It's just that the story naturally pushed those characters to the side.
Yeah,
and Dragon Ball, between Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z airing wise, there was no difference. It was like they just changed the name. That's all.
Yeah.
So so that would be my argument is, or my counter is like, there was no change. It's still the same story. It's not a sequel. They just changed the name for whatever reason.
Well, didn't they in America only?
Yeah, in America, it's still all Dragon Ball for the whole manga.
But in the anime, it was Dragon Ball, then Dragon Ball Z.
Right, but if we're talking about like the lore,
but the lore wise, it was still Dragon Ball.
Akira Toriyama's been consistent, pretty much.
Yeah, for that entire story,
except for maybe Cell.
So that makes it. But again, so that's why Dragon Ball. That's why I specifically say Dragon Ball GT, because that was something completely like Toriyama had finished his story, and they're like, let's do more. We want to make more money. And they made that change, and I didn't like it.
That's fair. Yeah.
Another example I can think of, like going back to Star Wars. I mean, you probably talk about all the time. Like they have Luke, Leia, and Han, and once they move into the next episodes, they're underutilized, and you don't actually get to see them quite a bit. And they just
don't
bring
even
it from
see them
nostalgia.
together one last time.
They're never together at the end.
Yeah, which really sucks.
It's horrible.
Yeah, I think there was a waste of potential. Even like you mentioned, Mark Hamill did not want it to be in the movies the whole time. But
when he agreed after that, George Lucas sold it, and he's like, "Oh, you sold it? Oh, okay. Cool. I thought it was going to be us 4 amigos back together again."
Yeah.
So it kind of sucks.
It's one thing to not. I mean, I get it's not their story anymore, technically, like what Ryan was telling Mark, but at the same time, that might be true, but you have to understand you're taking over the property of the biggest franchise in the world with the most recognizable sci-fi characters of all time in history. Have some fucking respect.
I think
that's the point.
As long as they do justice to the character, I think it should be fine. But once they
didn't. That's the problem, right?
And the thing, it goes back with Boruto.
Have some respect to Naruto and Sasuke, right? I mean, they went through living hell. They became pretty much gods, and now they're getting thrown around and being nerfed and being pieces of shit and idiots.
My complaint about making a sequel of something that has already been completed.
It doesn't need anything more.
Because by doing that, you have to basically remove those main characters to continue the story because you already told that story.
Yeah.
That's funny that you guys are talking about this when Doomsday is around the corner.
I know, right?
It's fair. It's fair. I'm not super hyped about it.
I'm talking shit because it's an exact reason I hate the concept of the Marvel universe of where it's at right now.
Yeah, makes sense.
I mean,
but then you can argue that in the comics they kill characters and they bring them back to life every time.
Yeah, but this is cinematic universe. This is not a comic book that you can dish out every couple weeks or every few months. This is like
this is a corporation killing their own franchise.
Infinity Saga was well over a decade. In a comic arc run, you can usually end it within a year or two because American comics are much faster than other things.
But, and they're just different.
Yeah, to answer David's question about what it does, what errors they make, there's a few of them that I would say. Bringing in a different writer that wants to outdo the original writer.
Yes.
Always when they have... This is not the prime example because Rings of Power is essentially a prequel, not a sequel.
Right.
But a lot of the people that they brought onto writing attempted to outsmart J.R.R. Tolkien and think that they were better. It's like, look, he created... arguably the best fantasy story in modern era, or the original one. And it's a mess because they completely rewrote things. Like even the orcs, they make orcs seem like they're actually they're not evil. They're just people with families.
It was so
they're not.
funny.
They're born and bred from evil. Orcs are evil, and they completely erased that. So that's the other thing is when people, or whether it's the studio, whether it's the hell, even the actual original art, like whoever wrote it, right? The original, whoever conceived it. If they value money over the actual integrity of the story or the characters, Star Wars, again, being one of the most prime examples you could even think of. Okay, they valued, and this is why I shit on Marvel currently. They're bringing in Doomsday is bringing who back? The biggest three that they have. You have Captain America, well, the actors, I should say, not necessarily the characters, but what are their names? Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth, and Robert Downey Jr. Because they know just having those three in it automatically will bring them money. Sure. They're bringing in the old Xavier, the old Magneto. It's like, I'm not saying the story can't be good. It's very possible it might be. It's the Russo brothers. They're pretty good at it, so it might be good. But I think it betrays the integrity of just writing new stories. And Japorian, I know you mentioned, comics, they rewrite, cool. But you just even mentioned they do a disservice by bringing back main characters. Start a whole new universe. Start something new. Like, start a brand new story. So if that's the arguing point, I would say the best thing Marvel can do from a creative perspective, not money, but that's why they do value the money over the actual intellectual property.
I think that's what they're trying to make, from what I heard. They're actually doing one big hooray by bringing all of the characters from this universe and the previous universe as well, before they actually do a soft reboot, because that has been mentioned by some rumors that they want to do that.
What's the purpose of that outside of a money grab?
True.
It serves no real artistic integrity in my personal opinion.
No, for sure.
None of it meant anything until after Infinity War and Endgame.
Sure.
That's why I'm annoyed by it. It's like, I understand what they're saying. Oh, a big hoorah. A hoorah for what? The X-Men universe means nothing to Marvel until that whole merge, and even then it looks stupid. At least personally, I think it does.
Yeah, like I said, it depends on like what they do as well. I think if they have like an amazing writer, it could be like the best experience ever. But if they,
but it doesn't matter to me. Because
sure, because it based integrity, or we're trying to say
for the money.
Sure,
I'm not saying the story might not be good. The movie might very well be a fantastic movie. Hell, it might even be a 10 out of 10. But from the journey of what we experience, it cheapens the entire experience.
To get there, we have to have such a shitty experience to get there.
How Logan, like the way Logan ended, the moment I found out Hugh Jackman was coming back, I was pissed. You all know that. I'm like,
yeah,
I agree.
Same with Robert Downey Jr. That actor ended, okay, like it was, now he kind of spoils the ending for me.
I agree. because like how he went out, like Logan and Robert Downey.
I don't care about the
Stark,
story.
how he died.
Like, the story could be good, but it ruins the entire aspect of
It's how
what it all
Boruto
meant.
does. It's what Boruto does to
erases it.
Naruto. It's horrible.
Yeah, sure.
I wanted to ask you about this one because I think it's not divisive, but I think we just have different views on it. And it kind of goes back to like one thing that Boricua Senpai did right is that sometimes a sequel, sometimes a mistake that they make is that they try to make it and write it. It's like, let's make it bigger, let's make it bolder, let's make it all this stuff. And for whatever reason, in my mind, and I know this is probably more fresh in Boricua Senpai because he's rewatching it right now, is The Legend of Korra.
Oh,
I have always had a big, just Korra by herself I don't like. There's stuff in Korra that is good that I do like, but I kind of wanted to think.
So you already have a bias.
But I wanted to think about this. So Avatar, their last episode, had this arc like we're gonna make these 3 seasons, and that's going to tell the whole story. Korra had the unfortunate decisions made that it was originally only going to be 1 season, and they didn't know if they were going to get a new one, so they kept it kind of open, but closed at the same time, so that if they didn't get renewed, that the story would be fine as it is. And then they got renewed again and again, and that's where they're like, oh, now we can kind of build upon that, but now we need to make something bigger, but also close it, but keep the door open a little bit to see what happens, what can happen next season if there is one. So there wasn't like a set plan, but it was just kind of adding on to it until we got to the end.
I mean, isn't that what Stranger Things did?
I don't know.
I think like it did. Because they initially were going to end it on season 1, but because of how popular it got, it got renewed.
I would argue with you, David, on well, not argue, but I mean, I want to know your point. So I know you don't like Korra nearly as much as you like the original, which is fine. I prefer the first one, but there are aspects of Korra that I think are superior.
I love
it doesn't mean I
Korra.
like it more. It just means that I do think, and actually I think its strongest point is its writing, funny enough, despite it having limited access of, we're only going to do 1 season. Once they got greenlit for season 2, cool, they waited. Greenlit for season 3. I actually think all 4 seasons progressed very well and fit into the universe of what Airbender was created to be. So I actually think that's an exception to the rule of it going better than it is going worse. That's how I view it. But so I know, is it your distaste for Korra that you can't just accept it, or do you truly think there's points of the story
I think
or how its integrity is ruined?
Not necessarily its integrity, but like they wanted to make things, I think, make the stakes a lot higher or more, not necessarily cinematic, but intense. And so for whatever reason, it just kept rubbing me the wrong way. Like the part where she closes off like everything from the past Avatars, like her whole like story was in season 2. Was it? Yeah. Like I just like it just didn't make like to me. I just kept thinking, are they just doing it just to make it like she has to be so different? She doesn't need to depend on not necessarily her, but just like that's just kind of her arc thing type of thing.
So your issue is her decision, which I guess could affect the whole plot line. Do you think, because you've watched the entirety of the series, right? All 4 seasons.
Yeah.
Do you think that decision was well played out following that decision, or do you think it completely ruined the following 2 seasons?
It didn't ruin it. It just felt like. I just felt like it was
all the time. So are you just questioning their integrity artistically?
Like why they're like.
I have no basis. I just question.
No, you're fine. Like it just feels like we need to make something like bigger. Like what can we make it? And that's how I felt. Like
okay,
I can understand that it makes it like as you watch the later scenes, like it helps like her growth and everything.
I view it from a creative standpoint. I'm sorry, to point. I'll let you in a moment, but so it doesn't slip my mind. This is, the more I watch it, the more, and granted, this is either headcanon or my personal preferences sticking out or just me wanting to pick things out, because that's kind of what art does. You kind of pick out what you like. The differences between the two of avatars of being Aang and Korra are stark differences, right?
They're very different.
That makes mistakes. The other one is like a monk who is literally tapped in. Like if they swapped roles, people would argue that Korra would do better because she's more hot-headed and would have just attacked Ozai to begin with and like just gone toe-to-toe with him, whereas Aang is more fitted for the spiritual realm. So this is where you would think that those are their biggest opportunities, and that's why they struggled with it. You had Aang the entire 3 seasons struggling with the idea of having to even kill someone who arguably deserved to die, right? Whether you agree with that or not. Like, he has some responsibility to the entire world, spirit and human, the mortal realm, to actually kill him, and he wasn't dealing with it, and so his whole thing was getting over that. Whereas you could argue with Korra, again, this is maybe my view, her point is she's so erratic and uncontrollable
Teenager.
that she has to face every decision she makes, and she realizes that. Like, as much as she's not favorable for most people, she does admit, like, oh, I'm stupid, I make so many mistakes, I can't believe it. So it's kind of like that's her story, whereas with Aang's it was coming to terms with, do I have to kill him? He finds a way out eventually that suits everything and solves the issue, but that's
I think
how
that's a
and that
good
might be
view.
why, like,
And I was gonna say on that, I think for me,
so it fits her decisions, the impact of her decisions, I think follows well, because that is part of her character story.
correct, and that's
Right,
what I was gonna say.
it
I
fits
make
her,
that really
yeah.
compelling, being able to understand that they have struggles. They're not gonna be.
That's what makes me love Korra as a character. Like, I like Aang, but I don't feel as emotionally connected to his struggle emotionally as I do to Korra, where she's constantly failing, constantly mentioning she's maybe not good enough, but then giving back up on her feet constantly. I guess I like that hero's journey side.
Yeah.
This is just my opinion, but
That's fine.
that's why it really speak to me with Korra. I'm not trying to say she's a better character than Aang. She just spoke to me more on the like the struggles. Like, Aang's struggle didn't speak to me internally as much as like Korra's did for me, I guess.
and I think there's a fact that she is this hot-headed the entire, like,
Yeah,
it's kind of the thing that happens in every season. It's like, I'm hot-headed, I have to learn kind of thing. It's like the same thing.
What season was it where she lost her powers and she's struggling in the sewers and stuff like that? Like, I actually really loved that writing.
I remember
That season,
Season 1, where she gets her bending taken away.
Yeah,
No, not that one. It was, I mean, yes, there was bending, but, that was season 1, right? Where she was like, had to get up and
Yeah, 'cause
out.
she gets blood
You're right.
bended. So
she gets blood bended.
I really enjoyed that writing. I really enjoyed that. And she had to get like unique and figure out ways to like work with people and get her, find herself. I
So-
really enjoyed that, from her being hot headed to coming up.
kind of interesting thing you actually brought all of this, because when
Yeah.
you guys mentioned about Korra and Aang, it kind of reminded me of Doctor Who, or even like the 007 series. And the reason why I'm saying this, every time, because in Doctor Who, the reason they recast an actor to be the new Doctor, right? Each new Doctor has regeneration. Every time they regenerate, they have a different personality and characteristics. People compare them all the time, and they like one Doctor better than the other. But you actually get to see that this particular Doctor, the new Doctor, has different struggles, different personality. And that's what some of the Doctors are really interesting, because they're not the same Doctor that you actually encounter.
So you get, is it like JoJo's?
Kind of like that. Or you can also, I completely like that. Or with 007 too, because 007, when they recast a new actor, people are like, oh, he's not like Pierce Brosnan or, Daniel Craig.
Yeah.
But you actually get to see that because they're so different, that's what makes it interesting. And some of the decisions.
And how you can make kind of favorites too, because they're completely not the same.
Correct. And I think in that particular sense, I feel like it kind of justifies being able to introduce a new character and be okay with it. But if you were to pick the same character and bring him over into all the different scenarios, I think that's where you clash. The expectation is going to be like, well, he behaves like this, so he should be like this.
Well, I think the difference was like Korra and Avatar is I don't feel Korra was trying to do the disservice that Boruto is doing to Naruto. Like, Korra's writing was still very respectful to Aang and the previous characters. Like, they still honored them. The flashbacks were great. You get to see the struggles a little bit of here and there, what they had. Zuko and stuff like that. You get to see like a lot of the different characters. They didn't shit on them.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
They're
Well,
very
you get a good
respectful.
balance of it,
That's what I
because
mean.
It's tied in.
Right, and that's what like good writing
Yeah.
actually makes or breaks
That's the
whole
problem.
thing.
But it's kind of like what he was saying was like the Lord of the Rings is when like Boruto to me feels like they're trying to be superior. Like to Kishimoto, you can't do that.
This might be blasphemous.
I don't know. That's just my opinion.
I'm not going to defend Boruto, but I'll give you a perspective that I guess is somewhat devil's advocate.
Sure.
Because a big
Practice.
aspect of the show is the next generation inherits the leaf, and they're supposed to be the superior one, right?
Close.
Now, granted, there are exceptions to those generational talents. Those generational talents are people like
Shikamaru.
Madara, Minato, Tobirama, Hashirama. Like, there are shinobi that just don't touch them until certain levels, right?
Right.
So I think, though, they got overzealous in saying, like, hey, Kishimoto wrote this. They obviously want their paychecks. They want to do they want fans to be like, these characters are so cool because of Honestly, how many characters in Boruto could be cool if they're still weaker than the two main characters of Sasuke and Naruto? Like, they're just not going to get the same attention.
Well, the problem is like how they
for
nerfed
better
them.
or for
That's
worse,
the
they
issue.
nerfed them to make the others look better, which I disagree as it being like that's not the right choice.
Well, that's what I mean. Like in Korra, they didn't do that, right? They weren't like weakening these other characters. They still were strong.
I think that something that's important here is being able to have characters that have weaknesses.
You have to.
You have to.
But the characters that we know and love when they get older, we don't need to see that. We saw their growth. Like Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, he's not going to live on an island and say, fuck my friends, fuck the Force, and I'm just going to give up and kill my nephew in his sleep. Bullshit.
Yeah.
That's a disservice to the writing of the character. We saw his struggle. We saw his complete journey.
Yeah,
It's bullshit.
They ruin the integrity of the character when they do that.
And that's what they did with like Naruto and like even Sasuke.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell are we watching here? This is
He became a
trash.
tree.
To answer the question again with David is like, what errors can they make? I still stand firm it. I sound like an absolute hater. They need to know when to stop telling a story.
Yeah, I agree.
That's fair.
They need to cut it off at some. Again, I use Endgame as the best example. There's no reason to continue that. They should have just ended it and say, hey, we'll keep the Marvel universe, but it's going to be a different universe. Like, it's not going to be that same one. It's going to be a whole different thing. It's not tied into this one. Let that one rest. We can start something brand new. People will still go out in droves. It'll still make billions each movie as long as they're good enough with good heroes. So that's the other thing. Stories get ruined when people don't know when to stop.
That's true. You make a valid point. I agree 100%. And that's why, like, I'm worried about Dragon Ball. Like, you have to stop. Even the Simpsons too. Like, you guys have seen it. We talk about it.
They're renewed for another 3 more
Simpsons is
seasons.
different, though, because Simpsons doesn't feel like it's a chronological.
It's true. It's
advancement
true.
or
They
anything,
have
right?
they
Like,
get
that's
a
just
pass.
episodic.
But I still feel
Yeah.
like when it comes to some of the stories that you actually have.
Well, you have a
You
story
have
that
to
feels
end
like
it.
complete and it's a masterpiece and it's completely done. Like, do we need more? Like,
No.
because the Infinity War, it's
Like
like,
the values, the importance of the story, right?
because when you think of the Infinity War, how many movies is it? 20 something, 23, or what is it?
It's over 22, I think.
I think
like
something
that.
like that.
So my point is like, but we think of that and we think that whole Infinity Saga, like we can rewatch that as many times. It's still amazing, right? Or like Harry Potter or whatever. But with like the Marvel stuff, with Doomsday coming out, if you stop at Infinity War and you have to talk about like the next 23 something films, it's all this garbled junk, shit movies, shit TV show. It's just a horrible thing to like build up. And that's kind of why they're bringing in the Infinity War stuff. It's just this, what, I don't even know what you call this. It's not the Infinity Saga. What the hell are we in now? The multiverse saga?
It's a multiverse
It's
It's
saga.
been fucking ass.
But that's the reason why they're trying to
Right,
like heal all of this.
exactly. Yeah,
of course,
yeah.
at what particular point to discontent of Boriko Senpai by trying to revive all the characters.
I guess that and just to kind of play the other side too is like, well, they know they should have stopped. Should have stopped after Endgame, done something else. But they're like, no, let's continue. But then they had all these issues and all these mistakes. They're like, oh crap, what do we do?
The whole streaming service. I mean, the
It was
rewrites,
bad.
strikes. I mean, there's a lot of things that did happen.
but
Yeah,
like I
it's a
said, like
mess. It's a mess.
like I said, like what he was saying is that they should have stopped and just then like, okay, let's go to another like Earth. I don't know, 1015 or that universe.
New characters
And do that, but they're like, no, we still have stories to tell with these people. That's what they said.
That's what they tried with Kang, trying to bring all the
Right,
characters.
but because
But
because everything wasn't connecting, and everything just felt kind of like
just what ifs,
just,
whatever.
just kind of all this stuff is like, what are we doing here? They're like, crap. Well, we
Trying to make
can't-
money off our
and I know that,
streaming service.
and I know they're trying to. Their next step is to do the mutant saga, which is a focus on obviously the mutants.
Oh.
They're like, well, what do we do like to like end all this?
They have to do damage control.
And I think that's why they're like, well, we can't have King anymore because of the whole thing with Jonathan Majors, and they're like, well, let's just kind of do this. And again, whether it's a good move or not, but I think they're just like, we have to end this. Let's just end this way.
Well, I think that they put themselves in a corner with all the things that they were not able to control, like we mentioned.
And they could have controlled lots of this.
COVID,
Not COVID, but the
Okay,
projects
Jonathan
that they had.
Majors. I mean, they and like streaming service. You mentioned the
that was
reason
when
that
Disney Plus started too.
the reason why they have a lot of TV shows is because the previous CEO wanted to have more Marvel projects, so people can jump into the streaming service. That's the main reason why we have that.
I think that was a big issue.
I spoke about that earlier. That destroys the integrity of the art. They're greedy.
Yep.
So I mean, oh man, yeah.
And bashing on the
That
fans that
wasn't
love
for
them
advancing
too.
the story. The purpose of that was to increase subscriber base.
Yeah, and it's horrible.
Does anybody here still have Disney Plus?
I do.
I do.
I don't. I haven't had it for years.
My brother has it. I've never paid for it.
It has
Yeah.
it's
If you were
connected to your
cancel it, I
Hulu
would
now,
not
so you can watch.
continue it.
I don't pay for Hulu.
Okay, but there's
I stopped paying for streaming services. That's why I have Plex.
Good old Luffy.
I just can't. I'm done with them. I have Amazon Prime, I guess. What's my Prime membership, I guess.
I never watch it. I never see anything good on there.
At least he's taking advantage of Amazon Prime. Now.
Terminal's good.
I do.
You say don't watch anything on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, but I still use my Amazon Prime membership.
I'm not talking about that.
I don't have to pay for any orders.
Does
I get it
anybody pay
2
for Paramount or Apple Plus or whatever?
How about Halo, the TV show? Let's talk about that.
Shut your whore mouth.
I get Apple TV free
Apple TV.
every
Thank
every.
you. That's what it's called. Apple
I get
TV.
Apple
Pay for
TV
that?
every. I get it free every couple of months.
If you buy an Apple device, they give you like some time free for free. So,
I have Paramount Plus. I get it for free.
but yeah, going back to like some of the franchises, they need to know when to stop, and if they want to come with something good for a sequel, at least revise and make sure that it's I don't know, protected and doesn't have any mistakes. So they have a good writing, so they can actually continue if they were to do that.
I was gonna say, there's
I'm not
a
saying they
lot of
should.
stuff that was good that they could continue, like Claymore.
That's true. And
Go talk to them.
I mean,
don't
another
know.
franchise-
I know you agree with me on that one. That was bullshit.
another franchise that got ruined, also Ghostbusters. People don't talk too much about Ghostbusters.
Honestly, they could have just ended after that one remake because it was really good, but they didn't even make the other two.
Yeah, what was it? Afterlife and Frozen Empire?
I don't remember the names. That's how bad they
See,
were.
And this is what I kind of really I feel really thankful for the director of the Back to the Future movies, because he has done all his 3 movies and that's it. People are asking
I'm
him,
glad that they've left that alone.
No, people keep asking me, hey, can we remake this?
Hell
pay
no.
money. He said no. We don't
Kiss
touch
my
franchise.
ass.
And that's it.
We don't do that
It's
here.
art. It's done. It's like
Who made it?
no.
Something Zemeckis. I don't remember his name.
Didn't Spielberg work on
He
Back to the
had,
Future?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I think he had like some voice in it, but it was something Zemeckis.
I will say one that I not a sequel that actually is bad, but one that I think did good with mixing in some stuff of the original is The Paper. So this is
What's The Paper?
it's a
Sequel
sequel
to The
/ spin-off of The Office.
Oh.
It's in a different city. It has one returning character from The Office
Oscar.
as Oscar Martinez from The Office in there, but all of the like references to The Office are very minuscule, and it's not dependent on those like callbacks.
Yeah.
So it's actually really good. I think it's only 9 episodes
9 episodes.
for the first season. Actually, I actually was surprised at how good it was.
So the director of Back to the Future is Robert Zemeckis. He also
What did
did
Spielberg do with it?
That sounds familiar.
Spielberg. He was a producer. I
Oh,
believe.
producer. Okay. Now.
But Robert Zemeckis also did Forrest Gump.
Oh, he did Forrest Gump?
okay.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah. So, but yeah,
Can you imagine if they remade Forrest Gump? I'd be so mad.
They were gonna make Forrest Gump 2,
Hell no.
Electric Boogaloo.
Oh my.
It was gonna, if I remember correctly, it was supposed to focus on his son. I don't know what there's other parts like they actually got into like a very rough draft of a movie, and I think Tom Hanks was set to return, but then it just didn't catch anything, and so they decided not to.
another example I can think of is Toy Story.
Oh God,
They're
that's a good
supposed to be
example.
only 3, and now they have number 5's coming up soon.
Stupid.
And according to some people, this is
Four
gonna be the last
ended in a way that could have finalized everything, as much as it's not part of the trilogy. But 4 could have ended everything. After 4 and the ending, I cried. I'm not gonna lie.
I do gotta say the
I
premise,
did not need 5.
the premise of the 5
care for
sounds kind of interesting.
but the ending.
No, I still didn't.
It's Terminator. What are you talking about?
number 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's Terminator, but with toys. I'm telling you, Skynet.
Well, and that's something that I kind of find intriguing because it's something that my kid struggles: technology or toys.
Just
Terminator could have ended after 2.
Just watch Terminator. That's what's gonna happen.
But
How do you feel about Terminator though? Did that need to end it too? I
dude.
think it could have ended it too.
Dude, I agree.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't get me wrong.
agree.
I've had fun with other ones, but it's like Dragon Ball Super. Like, do we need it? No. Will I watch it? Yeah, it's fun, but
Especially
no. Like
the one
1 and
with-
2 could have been done, right?
yeah, three didn't need to be done. It was interesting.
fun.
It was interesting.
Yeah,
You'd
it
be
was
like,
fun.
oh, you didn't stop Judgment Day. It's gonna come either way, but now it's just different because
And then they have the one with Kristen Bell. That
Yeah.
was
that one was actually really good.
I
liked
hated it.
Yeah, I
I,
don't like
hated
it.
it.
I'm with Diego.
I did not
I
like
thought
it.
I thought it was a fun ride. It wasn't needed, but it was a fun ride
I've
But
heard
then
50-50 on that.
But then
one.
they did Genesis, then they did Dark Fate.
I did like the last one with Sarah Connor.
Was that
though.
Dark
I
Fate?
didn't like that.
Oh, we watched it together.
I didn't like
Yeah,
those two at
that was
all.
good.
I hated
But do you
those
like
two.
how it starts though? Do you remember that?
Well, no, but the point is, like, do we need it? No. Like, 1 and 2 would have been fine.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like,
We don't
they
need
should
any
just-
of
One
it.
and two.
Because it'll never end. Like, Terminator's story will never end.
Well, sadly about this, and the reason why this happens is because, of course, it goes for the money. They rather bet on something that people already know than bet on something new.
Same thing with Alien, to be honest.
Prometheus and all that.
But that was from the same director from the original, so that's not
but
him. He made it
that's
bad.
That's not the point.
But the question is, was it
not the
needed?
point.
That's
We're
the
not saying
thing.
it wasn't needed. Like,
No, yeah,
we
yeah,
enjoy it. Do we really need it? No, not really. Like,
Well, he made it
cool,
even more
yeah.
convoluted too. That's why.
right. But what I'm saying
Remember
is, like, the first
Prometheus?
one could have just been like a one and done, and you're good. That's
Yeah,
all I'm
no, yeah,
saying.
yeah.
It could have been like one of those arts where you just stop.
It's one of those
Classic.
things where he, the creator, and then like people wanted to go off on it. 1 and 2 were good. 3 was not good. 4 was bad.
Or The Matrix as well.
And then they started to be like, hey, let's.
It's a good one. That was a good one.
Remember
there-
the one?
I like the whole 1, 2, and 3. But
Do you
you're
remember
right.
The
One could have been
Architect?
fine.
4 was just...
No, we don't talk about 4.
Do
Do you remember The Architect? I just remember when
We talk about
he,
the Animatrix, but we don't talk about 4.
I remember when I was watching the second one Reloaded, and I was like, when they get to the Architect, I'm like, what the fudge is he talking about? What is he reading out of the dictionary? What the fudge is he talking?
You didn't understand it?
I understood it, but it was just like he was just trying. It just sounded weird. He sounded so pompous.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, and I'm like,
he's supposed to sound like a computer program.
yeah, and I get it. I was just like, I just need to know it's the 6th time. Okay, and that Neo will choose differently now. Okay,
Well, he is like the 7th iteration, right?
yeah. As I said, the first 6 times they chose one way where they
He's the
let
only
Trinity
one where he
die,
didn't do,
and
yeah.
there's one where he makes Trinity live.
And then
True.
there is Indiana Jones.
Actually, no. I think 1, 2, 3 is fine on that. It's a perfect trilogy.
That's
Remember
it.
the Dial of Destiny?
No, I'm completely fine with it. Honestly, I think
I'm not talking about trilogy, but like I don't. But like
no. I
and
mean,
some
I think
sequels
all
after.
3 worked just fine. It didn't need more than
We
3.
don't talk about more. No, there's only 3. There's only 3.
Yeah.
Remember
And
the Dial of Destiny?
3 is my number 1 favorite.
That's
personally.
actually my favorite too as well.
Remember the Kingdom Skull?
It goes 3, 1,
okay,
2.
yeah.
I didn't like 2.
I think it was alright.
It's all right. I just didn't think it was like.
That's the only one I've seen.
You have to watch.
You've
number
seen
3.
the worst one only?
I've never seen the third one.
I've
Well,
only
the
seen
one I
the
saw
best.
was the one
The
that they
one's the
told
best.
me was a prequel sequel.
Well, yeah, because of how they take place.
Yeah, that's what.
I only saw the first 20 minutes of the first movie, and that was it.
Dude,
That's fine.
I've seen any of the Indiana Jones films.
just watch it.
You
Number
watched the
3.
third. It was good.
There is
yeah.
No,
Okay.
I just never had any interest in like that kind of
Tomb
stuff.
Raider stuff?
But it
Yeah.
goes back to the whole story though. Like it tells you the character story, and I think the first 3 capture that. 4, there's trying to add more into his story that is not necessary. Plus, the plot was horrible. Number 5 is like, well, you're an old man now, so you need to still be doing Indiana Jones stuff, which it doesn't capture. It's not needed, and that's why it was a really sad movie to watch, actually, because you get to see an old man, Harrison Ford, like doing his stunts and all of that. It's just like,
I watched, I think, 25 minutes of that, the newest one, and I turned it off.
yeah, it's not.
Honestly, the one with Shia LaBeouf was more entertaining than that shit.
Yeah, sadly,
Really, the CGI monkeys was more
Yes,
entertaining. Oh,
it
that
was.
sucks.
It was that bad, Dave.
Doesn't he die? Isn't that why he's not in the movie?
No, they took him off screen.
Yeah,
Oh,
because he
Shia
died
LaBeouf's character, yeah, they come off of
He
screen.
went to the army or something.
and died.
Yeah.
Sad.
Oh, Jurassic Park. What's your take on that?
Jurassic World, the first one, great. Second one, okay. Jurassic World 1, the first Jurassic World, the first sequels. Okay, so this is how it goes. The first one is good. Jurassic Park is good. The Lost World is good.
I love that film. But it's not as good as
Jurassic
first,
Park
yeah.
3 is terrible.
Horrible.
Alan.
Jurassic World is great. Jurassic World 2 or whatever that one, I forgot the name of it.
Exactly.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. And then the last one, I never watched it.
Dominion?
I never watched it.
I watched a little bit.
No,
It's
there's
pretty bad.
Dominion, then there's Rebirth.
That's true.
Oh, the one with
Dominion,
Scarlett Johansson.
Dominion
Yeah.
is terrible. The only way I was able to enjoy it was when I
that's
went
right.
with I went with Jose and Heather. We went to the drive-in theaters and we were just mocking it like a WWF pay-per-view match, and that's the only time I enjoyed the film. And then this new one I haven't watched. I watched like 10 minutes of it, and I was like, all right, I'm done.
My question is going
done.
back to the topic. Do you think it's still a continuous story, or they I know they undermined the original characters later on in the movies. Now, is it worth it?
I guess the first one. Let's go with the Jurassic World.
Jurassic World was worth it. Yeah, I think Jurassic World was great.
Okay.
3 was terrible.
I
but
think we could live with Park and World and be fine. I mean, I love 2 selfishly, like Ninja Turtles too, but like I know it as an actual masterpiece. Like,
yeah,
my favorite part I kept thinking
love
about
to
later
still.
on, but people talk about like how did the T-Rex kill everyone on board? How did because like they get to the part where the captain's supposed to be steering and his arm's gone, like only his arm there.
So
but there was some
in the
deleted scenes?
Deleted scenes, but they're not deleted scenes because they were never filmed. But they were like in the script. The little green dinosaurs were all in a cage. The little green things that
I remember.
And so they had like 20 of them, and they got out and they ate everybody, and that's why the ship just docks. Like everyone's gone.
Would have been nice if they included that.
And they're like, where did they go? And he's like, oh, I don't know. So they just kind of just. And then that's what they kind of did. And the T-Rex is just there. And
A wizard
the bottom.
did it.
Yeah.
Where'd they go? I don't know.
I got an interesting.
Oh, right
one.
then.
I got an interesting one of when a franchise comes and I feel they do just better.
Oh,
I got one. Top Gun Maverick.
I can see that.
That beats the living shit out of the first one. I don't care what anybody says. It's one of the highest rated movies of all time. It's one of the only movies I give a 10 to. Maverick was way worth it.
We're talking about sequels that did it better.
Yeah.
Judgment Day also is better than the original Terminator.
That's true. That's true. So, like, yeah, there's ones where, like, sometimes they just do it justice, but they go, like, so extra, it just blows the other one out of the way where it's just like, wow.
I would originally say that Two Towers is better than Fellowship, but since I keep rewatching it, Fellowship is better.
You changed your mind?
You finally understood, huh?
It's just so weird. Like, I watch him like, dang it, Host, like, he's right. This is just better. I just don't know. It just, the whole story, the whole thing about the Fellowship is so much better than the Two Towers and Return of the King. There's a lot of emotion in all of them. Just overall, it's just a great trilogy. But like the first one, it was just so great. The whole thing with Boromir, his whole arc, everything was just great.
But going along with that, you can see that in the first, second, and third, there's a progression with the same characters to the point of like, okay, the whole journey, they have flaws, they have mistakes, they suffer, but at the end, they were able to accomplish their goal. And nothing else, nothing more. And that's the way that it should be when it comes to some of the shows and movies and stories that we really care. Because, I mean, imagine if they were to make a sequel of Return of the King. You guys will watch it?
No.
Exactly, right? Why? Because it's the story is...
What about movies?
4, 5, and 6 and
what about movies that have open-ended endings?
What about Marvel Cinematic Universe, guys? I'm gonna keep shitting on it. I don't care.
Hey, I have my guilty pleasures. I'm gonna go watch it.
I don't mind it.
No, if they make a sequel.
No. Okay. If it had to be open ended, I think it should just be like that. Because
just open ended to be like, oh, something could happen, something could, but we're not gonna do anything.
I mean, there's a possibility it could and could be great, but I think it would be. I feel like they were trying to imitate something that has already been built, rather than just stick to what they originally intended.
But then, why would you make an open ended? Is it just to toy with the people, or just?
Not necessarily. I feel like it really helps open up the interpretation of what other people may want. Because at the very end, when you're making a movie, a lot of people are gonna hate it, people are gonna love it, right? So I feel sometimes an open-ended movie, it leaves it open to anybody can make their own decisions rather than telling them what to do.
But wouldn't you as a director be like, should know how you want to end it? I feel like that'd be a way to be like, I don't know how to end it. Let's just kind of
they leave it open-ended
up.
so the companies can make money on a sequel. That's what they do.
Unless that's the intention that they wanted to do. Like
Pirates of the Caribbean.
That's the thing when it comes to some of the movies that if they really want to move. What are they trying to convey? I think that's the main goal of the movie. Sure, entertain, but if there's anything else, they want to educate. They want to leave it to some mystery, because nobody's gonna get all the answers from watching any single movie. There's gonna be a lot of unanswered questions, and that's gonna be a given. And if you're trying to look for every particular answer, good luck. You're not gonna find it. So, but going back to, I was gonna mention another example of a movie. I don't know where it will fall, but the Avatar movies. I think the Avatar movies are a great movie.
Blue Avatar is what he's talking about, people.
Yes, the blue people in Pandora.
James Cameron.
Yes, I do feel
Blue
like
Lives Matter.
each particular movie, it's a continuation. And even if they were to end it with the third Avatar movie, I think it'll be okay because I do feel like it's a compelling story from beginning to end. And they do not undermine the characters. On the contrary, I feel like they're evolving and they're growing and progressing.
I agree 100% with that assessment. I agree.
I wonder how much money that last one made.
The fire one.
It breached over $1 billion already. Like,
I haven't seen
I mean,
it yet.
I know it's well over $1 billion now. So,
And I think if they were to make a sequel, which they mentioned that they could make 2 more movies depending on how the market does and if they sell well. I heard that if they were to make the sequel movies, it's gonna be somebody else's story, not Jake and his family.
Oh, then I have no interest.
Well, again, it depends
I
how it's being
wouldn't either,
presented.
honestly.
Didn't they set it up
I
for
would-
it to
I
be
would
the other
stop.
kid?
I have no interest.
It could be. It could
No,
be.
isn't that how the last movie set up at the end?
I didn't watch 3, so do not pull your spoil shit again.
That's what I'm saying.
God damn it, man. Swear to God.
No, three alludes to if they make the other one, it's still part of the family. Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just waiting for it to come
It's-
digital.
Okay.
I just can't sit 3.5
moves
hours
the
in the
story
theater.
for that movie, but it's still like open as far as like the story can continue.
Open-ended.
Oh, okay.
But it's still centered around the family. Like that, I agree with Japorian. Like if they didn't make any more, there is stuff like it becomes a what if, but you don't need it because there is enough closure. But
Just make it go to
imagine
Netflix.
There's no reason for them to continue without that.
But the thing
family.
about the kind of makes me question about this is that Cameron had like a 5-movie plan.
yeah,
So I mean, there could be a possibility that it could be like
It makes enough money. They'll
right.
do that.
yep.
But yeah, I do feel like once again,
They
I
have
keep,
to do Earth now.
yeah, there you go.
You know, in a funny way for like,
You know, that'd be
for
actually
like,
kinda cool.
And Captain Planet comes out at the end.
you know, in a funny way for like Mr. Mister is like one franchise that works and it doesn't ever matter for anyone is they can just keep going with Godzilla. Doesn't matter.
That is true.
Yeah.
It doesn't need an end. It doesn't need.
Well, 'cause,
it doesn't have a classic that it needs to stop. It's
They don't all
Godzilla.
tie
It's
together.
fine.
That's
Nobody
why.
cares.
It's-
Well, I was gonna say
it
that,
feels like a Family Guy. It's episodic. It's like, oh, here's
Exactly.
this.
It's nobody
Yeah.
cares.
but the new Godzilla -0.
Well, of
it's
course.
a sequel.
No, but there's other
No,
sequels.
he's
That's not my
saying-
point. The
he's saying
franchise.
the franchise could reboot it.
Oh yeah.
Time and
nobody
time
will
and time
care.
again, nobody
It's-
cares.
It's timeless, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
Did you make a
you can
Godzilla
make
from another
you can
world?
make sequels, but you can always reboot it anytime you
Yeah.
feel like it.
Nobody
It's
cares.
been
Well,
rebooted.
it's a safe bet because you don't have like a particular
Godzilla's been
actor.
rebooted.
But no,
Like,
but
what,
like
like
there are
6 times?
other franchises do that, and people be like, no, but like Godzilla is like the one where people like that's timeless.
Because he's been like rebooted like 6 times in the past 20 years, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Like
been since the
he
60s.
the 2000. He had the 2000.
Yeah.
He has Shin Godzilla. He has Godzilla Earth.
I need to watch Shin.
He
still.
has
haven't watched it.
Legendary Godzilla, and then we have -0. So that's like 5 right there, right?
Yeah,
Is there more?
You mentioned the early Godzillas.
Endpoint, and then there's 6 Godzillas right now, right?
I'm just saying it can go on forever. That's one where it's like
Well, I'm
it's
saying like the
timeless.
past 20 years has been like 6 Godzillas. That's wild because usually it's every 10 years it's like the same Godzilla, or every 15 years is the same Godzilla era thing. So it's that same model Godzilla, but they've gone
you're
through
right.
like 6.
They get a pass. They managed
They're like one of the only ones to get a pass.
Yeah, because
Remember the dancing Godzilla? Remember the flying kick Godzilla?
You know
I will
what
always
capacity
remember
needs to
that.
keep making is Fast and Furious. That should never end. They
That-
should just keep
Fudge
making
that bullshit.
Post is trying to trigger the,
The
podcast
last
right now.
one comes out 2028.
yeah, they have a title already. They
Was it called Triple Exit?
I thought, is it not going to be called just part 2 or 3 or whatever?
no, it's something. I can't remember what it was.
I bet it better be called FXFX.
I thought they were doing like X-2 or X-3, like Final Fantasy
It
did.
better be Triple X.
faster. And
They already did
furiouser.
Triple X, and Vin Diesel was in it.
It should be Triple S Fast and Furious.
it's called Fast Forever.
Okay, whatever.
It should be called Triple X Fast and Furious.
March
Oh,
17th.
no! The only thing I
Back
got
to the
is
Avatar thing. Sorry if I can jump back.
Go back, yeah.
The continuation. I know, like, so they have the fire, they have the water. You would argue that the first movie is Sky People. So whether if you wanted to, because they're like from the woodlands, right?
Yep.
Would you classify that as air, or the 5 is basically you got water, you got fire, then you have water and air left anyway. So there's because they introduced a different thing. I'm not going to spoil it for Miles, but
Thank you.
And then the fifth
People
movie
respect
at
that.
the end, what they're going to do, because keep in mind they have spirit stuff. Aang shows up, or one of the avatars from the Airbender series shows up, and that's how they tie it together. 'cause
The
they talk about
multiverse.
spirit world with Ewok.
Dude, I would laugh
avatars.
so hard.
The
They're
avatars.
like, "What's in this little bulb thing?" It's like, "Why does he have an arrow in his head?" And it ends.
And it just shows Aang airbending marbles. Look what I can do.
Why is he riding on an air bubble?
But you know what? You give me. I think I like what you said, Host, because each particular movie has an element. I think the first movie represents air, and if they were to do the next one, it would be like Earth, and I think they might come back to.
If 5 better be Captain Planet, otherwise I'm not gonna watch it.
And even if the 5 doesn't have to introduce another element, it's just obviously the conclusion
Continuation.
of the entire
Correct,
series.
correct.
I always viewed 1, like once I saw water, I'm like, Then I saw fire, I'm like, okay, I see a pattern. I think that there's clearly like the 4 elements attached to it. So
Wind, water, fire, earth,
Captain Planet.
planet.
That should be a movie.
It's gonna be this. It's gonna be Avatar. The last movie, the fifth one's gonna be called Avatar,
it was
Captain
that-
Planet.
Going to the Avatar state. That's the
No,
Captain
the fifth
Planet.
movie will be like the planets getting destroyed, so they combine one soul to be this ultimate being, and then they split rings, and it goes sent to Earth, and then you see these kids get it, and then Captain Planet is a Navi, and
Yeah, he's a
that's what happens.
he's a
That's why
Navi.
he's
Look at that.
saving the Earth.
And slowly became more green and like metallic looking.
This is like
hate this so bad.
Well, I gotta say, David predicted the Passion of Christ too.
Electric Boogaloo.
Where is it gonna take place? The sequel of the Passion. Oh man, some of the stuff in here.
Yeah, I call that too.
Wow.
Captain Planet is gonna happen. Mr. Missy just wrote it. The spirits, that part that the host was talking about, the spirits of them, of those 5 places of they're gonna go onto Earth, and these kids are gonna find these rings.
And that's how Avatar 5 ends.
See, another franchise I was gonna bring, Transformers.
No, Fudge, I don't want to watch any more Transformers.
No, but I'm
No, it
saying
should have
like
ended.
it should end at.
Oh.
I think I think the first 3 were actually okay.
The first 3 because it was
fine.
a trilogy,
Yeah.
and then they came with Mark Wahlberg's crap,
4,
and it
5, and
just
6 were just ass.
there six?
Although, yeah, there is.
Yeah.
Actually, I think there's 7 now, isn't there?
No. There was
with Mark Wahlberg. I mean, because there was
Wahlberg.
Age of Extinction,
Don't even try.
The Last
dude.
Night,
Yes.
Yeah, something like that.
and then was there one more? I thought the Last
Beast
Night was
Wars
the
one.
Well, no, but that
Oh,
was
the
like
last
that was
one,
like the
though.
Bumblebee.
That's like the alternate universe type.
I don't know what it
But
was.
the last one they did.
Yeah, yeah.
However, if I can argue anything, I thought Bumblebee was better than all of them.
Oh yeah, dude,
Yeah.
Bumblebee was amazing. That was like
Well,
one of my
I
favorite.
feel like it was a
Freaking
soft
amazing
reboot.
movie. My
yeah,
God.
the Bumblebee and everything forward was like a soft reboot. Type
But
of thing.
I know it might be an unpopular opinion. Maybe it's not. But if anybody had to sit me down and here's all the Transformer movies, just pick one to rewatch. If it's like probably Bumblebee or 1, depending on how I feel.
yeah,
that
I'd be
day.
hard picked on 1 or Bumblebee.
It just depends on my
are really,
mood.
really good.
I'd go. I'd go 1 for sure.
Sure, that's fine. It just depends on my mood.
Not the big.
Bumblebee was a masterpiece.
Yeah,
I loved
me
it.
and you were agreed
me
on
and you
that.
were like freaking out when we were watching that.
I liked it, but I didn't like it that much. I
Yeah,
just
me and
remember
Diego
that.
loved
It
it,
was
dude.
such a fun
I give it
film.
like a 9.5. it was
it's
amazing.
a really fun film. I loved it.
Yeah, we both like fell in love with it. I don't know why. It just hit us right. I don't know.
It was good.
I've watched Beast. I've watched the Beast.
I didn't
Rise
like
of the
Beast
Beast?
Wars.
Rise of the Beast
I don't like
more
it.
than Bumblebee. I haven't.
That's
And
fine. I
I
didn't
know,
like Rise of the
and I
Beast.
know it's not that as good, but I remember I've watched that more times than Bumblebee.
That's fair. I mean, like other franchises that are endless is like Batman. That can keep going forever.
Batman can always reboot no matter what.
Yeah, that's fine. Nobody.
But to a
nobody
certain
cares.
point, you're gonna
I
get
actually
tired of
wish
that.
it wouldn't. To
Yeah,
be fair,
I agree
but,
with that too.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it personally.
I mean, it just depends because I mean, they just introduce the Batman for every new generation, which I get. So it's just hard because once you get some like very impressionable Batman or Bruce Wayne's as cartoon characters or as live action characters, it's just hard to live up to those characters. And so I understand that, but they do it for the sense of for the sake of people being like, oh, these are like people who have kids, like Paul, he has his son when his son turns 12, we're probably going to get another Batman, or 15 when his
He's
son
going to
turns
grow.
15.
He's going to grow up
And
watching
he's
Tim
gonna
Burton
think
if it's my
that-
kid, though.
Then he's like, "Oh, that Batman's my favorite now." You'd be like, "Oh, you know what? My other the Batman I liked was better than this." Blah blah blah.
If you actually put Batman, you can actually put any particular franchise. Everything's going to be rebooted.
Yeah, no, I'm just
No,
saying.
we're just talking about ones that seem to like be okay with.
No,
Yeah.
but
Last thing, I know that I wish, congratulations to Shark King. At what point should Pokemon end, if it should end? Because I
Never
do
will.
think they should have an ending as far as like even just expanding the generations.
as much as you want to end, I don't think it's going to.
I don't think it'll
It's
end.
a big
I know
corporation.
it won't,
And
but
I think
it would
they
be nice if
should.
it did.
Well, if you think about it, the anime ended. The original
It ended
anime.
for us when Ash won finally.
Well, we have great grandkids are going to be on generation 22, and Javi's still going to be collecting them all.
Well, now they
Yeah.
have a new anime, a new story to tell, and actually, it's pretty
But what I'm
interesting.
saying for us, like,
Yeah.
do we really care? Like, Ash
No.
won. That's all we wanted.
Yeah.
That's all we
30 years
wanted for 30
years,
some
but
years.
yeah.
But to continue the conversation about Batman, I was talking with Boriko Senpai about this. They should do an old Batman and make that a trilogy. I
Yeah,
think that'd be
Batman
really-
Beyond.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
No, I think he's talking about old Batman, like the
No,
one
but
that.
yeah.
Oh, you want Batman? You want Terry?
They're not gonna.
Yeah.
They're not
Old-
gonna do
old-
Batman
old
Beyond,
Batman
unfortunately. Because
Terry
He's saying
Yeah.
what he wants.
I know.
We're not talking about what they're going to do.
I'm just saying. I just remember because so basically, what's the guy's name from Jay and Silent Bob? The guy who plays Silent Bob, the actor.
Oh, Kevin
Russell
Smith
Crowe.
or Russell? What?
No.
Talking about Giant Bob.
Kevin
Giant
something.
Bob.
Kevin something.
Kevin Smith.
yes.
Kevin Smith.
He was at a convention and he was like,
Yeah.
when he was talking to Warner Brothers, he's like, I will fund money to make a Batman Beyond. And they were like, okay, but these are the prerequisites. The Flash has to succeed, and then Batgirl needs to work. And then he's like,
Never mind.
Flash didn't succeed, and then Batgirl got canned. He's like, so.
And then they killed the Bruce Wayne everybody wanted.
Yeah, and then they were like, Batman Beyond's never going to come. He's like, if Batman come, it's not going to come for at least like 15, 20 years, he said.
I would
You know
want
what?
it to be Michael Keaton to be
I
old
was
Bruce
gonna
Wayne
say
too.
yes, but that's going to change because they're going to be acquired by somebody else, and the rules are going to change.
I would like to hope so, but yeah, Kevin Smith was really sad because he was like I'm willing to put up all my money to make Batman. Beyond.
Terry McGinnis having him as Batman would be
He's
so cool.
amazing.
He's
They should have done it 10 years ago, and they should have cast Johnny Young Bosch for.
That's what I was thinking too. I would do Johnny Young Bosch as Terry McGinnis would have been so sick.
would have been like 20 years ago because then he would have been younger for that.
but that would have been a dream.
Because he would have been
Yeah.
in his 30s or maybe early 40s. Like,
Yeah, that's
he
still
would have
fine.
killed it. Yeah.
Terry's like 17.
And the cool thing about this, they can actually have like maybe at the end of the trilogy, the old Batman dies, like Bruce Wayne dies.
But that's what it means. Like, get Keaton and get that would have been sick.
I think it would be
The
like a
kid that
good
plays
passing of the
Zuko
torch.
in the live action. I like him. He
Yeah,
should
there
play
you
Terry
go.
McGinnis.
Yeah, Terry McGinnis is such a great character. It's kind of like Miles Morales and stuff with Spider-Man. It's
Yeah.
like those are just really well written.
He's his own
Terry's
established Batman.
amazing.
Like he,
Diego, how dare you,
What?
Mister? Last episode, you tried making fun of Paul and saying Angela Bassett. You meant Viola Davis.
Yeah.
But I'm like, no, you missed it. But it was a good attempt.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
Terry would be
Terry,
amazing.
his
Terry
own
Crews?
standalone Batman is just
everybody
Chris
loves
is
Terry.
iconic.
Yeah.
But Terry, it's like if you dive deeper into the Batman lore, like you want Terry.
So
Terry's tight.
I do
Terry's
feel that there's a
amazing.
lot of great elements of movies that they could adapt, but they keep bringing the same thing. I mean, I get it. I know,
But that
would be a fresh idea.
Yeah.
Oh, if they did like a animation, I would like to see a Batman Beyond animation, but with Spider-Verse animation.
Ooh, that would be sick.
Because it would
That'd be
work
dope.
so well.
That's gonna take like 4 years to get one season.
I'll wait.
Oh, we'd wait 5 years.
I'll wait 5
But it would
years
be
for
worth
it.
it. No, and then you get the OG voice actor who played Terry, the Eric Matthews.
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
Mr. Finney.
Fredo.
Mr. Finney.
Does he still sound the same?
No, he
He
played
does,
Terry.
yeah.
I know he's
He's
Terry.
only in his
but
40s.
I couldn't see him doing the action though. That's why I'd see
Yeah.
Tony Young
That's why I
Bosch
was
is
like,
fine.
yeah,
Yeah,
Johnny
I'm
Young
not-
Bosch would be cool.
And we can get Viola Davis to be Alfred.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or the lady. Yeah.
Angela
Like,
Bassett.
Miss Wallace.
Miss
One
Wallace.
can dream. One can dream.
Alrighty, guys, we're gonna end it there. Thanks so much for watching, guys. This is always fun to do. Just talk about nerdy stuff all night long. Remember, you guys can watch this video on YouTube. If you just want to listen to it on podcast platforms, you can go ahead and do that same day. Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you listen to all your podcasts, we're going to be there. Remember to follow us on all of our social media accounts on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Chibino Podcast, capital C, capital N, capital P. Thanks so much for watching, guys. We will see you next time. This is David the Smash Fan.
Mister.
Hashtag guy.
And you're following, guys. Yeah.
Thank you guys. Boricua Senpai.
Why you always forget him? You know what? Doesn't matter.
say bye.
And it's Chibino Podcast.
Goodbye. I said goodbye.